I shouldn't be telling you that.
Yes, now I'll know all the information for when I choose all my reserves. All my many dozens of reserves that I will use for this faction that's very good about reserving things. I titled... Oh, microphone's all the way down here. I titled the stream, by the way, I don't know if you've seen this, 90 uninterrupted minutes of complaining about Space Marines. So just mentally prepare yourself for that. And then, yeah, we'll be good. Cool. This is
I have to remember that I'm on the blue side.
Yeah.
And not to steal your command points.
Yeah, those are mine. You played. This is the list you played against me earlier, right?
Yeah, I haven't changed anything.
Cool. This is... mine's not really different. It just doesn't have a Broodlord in it. There's more GCs.
Yeah, I've got your list.
The Broodlord sucks. Fuck that guy.
Why is this so weird?
I want to do a prediction, chat? I guess so. Seems like a foregone conclusion, but okay. That's just for someone to like lose 100 tokens on me in case I like randomly dice you. Attacker, defender.
Yeah.
4.
Just making a note to myself.
There you go.
Two.
Hey, I will defend. I'll deploy first.
Okay.
Do we go cranial feasting here, chat? I feel so bad.
I don't think there's any reason why I would change from what I did before. Oh, I guess there's a possibility that I
I'll
could
take
take
it.
Assassinate or bring it down against you. You do have... Oh, actually, bring it down is probably pretty good. Actually, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Our X-Gun's 3 on
Yeah.
bring it down?
Yeah, I think I give up 12? Yeah, 6, 10, 12.
12. And 13 on Assassinate, but that would require me to kill the characters that are, like, stupidly hard to kill.
Yeah. Just take up Horde the Witch.
No.
I'll let you, if you
Yes.
remove your Librarian from the list and play like 100 points down, then I'll let you do that.
I actually am thinking about taking the Librarian out. As much as the 5 of Invul is good, sometimes you go a second and you just die before you cast it. And also sometimes it gets denied and like, I don't know.
Would you ever rather have an Apothecary?
I think I would actually take
Obsidian.
I think I would actually just take nothing, like no additional character, or maybe take a second lieutenant for additional reroll 1s to wound. Because you can't always hit your whole army, and then you can take like a more fighty lieutenant.
You know what you could do is take Brayarth Ashmantle and then pay a CP to make him a lieutenant.
No, because
There you go.
that would require me not to be Master Artisan's Whirlwind of Rage.
Oh, you're a lame successor. Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Um,
You're already paying the price of your soul to be.
The other option is a champion, because chapter champions are always good. And they're so cheap.
I mean, like, the Salamander Smash Captain's like sick, right? The dude who's like 8 attacks and strength 8. That guy's pretty good.
Yeah, but the champion hits even harder and costs less points. And rerolling 1s to
Doesn't
hit
it?
doesn't really help me.
I guess you can also take the Imperium Sword and
Yeah,
strength
he gets
thing.
to strength 8 and he's damage 3.
He goes to strength 9, right?
He's
With the
damage
Exploitive
2.
Triumph.
Yeah, I mean, it ends up being... He can't have a jump pack is the issue.
Right. But yeah, I mean,
My
I guess
army is
that
slowing.
is reasonable, but I don't know if that's a huge deal.
But he's like, instead of being however many points the other guy is, like 110 or 120 with a jump pack or something, he's like 60 points or 65 points. It's like half the cost. He doesn't have an invul, so he dies, but I guess he has a 5 invul.
The champ?
But,
yeah, he's got the shield, right?
Yeah, it's a shitty shield. It's not the good shield.
Isn't he also like -1 to be hit and wounded though?
He is -1 to be hit in melee. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So
seems fine.
He's pretty good.
Yeah,
he's pretty good.
He's all right.
It's also just like you could also just anyways.
I could take
there are many
I could take a Broodlord. I could take a Tyranid Prime. It's like 5 attacks, like strength 6, 2 damage. So
really, the crux of it is you can take other things, a bunch of other things instead of this 100-point librarian, and like sometimes the librarian sucks, and like he also turns off your option to take Boar the Witch. So
yeah,
I'm seriously considering not taking him in future. But you do need one more character to carry like relics and such. So you need at least one more character. It's a question of, is it a lieutenant? Is it a captain? Is it a champion?
Is it an ancient?
No.
You can flame her on death. It's pretty cool.
It's you keep talking about like it always goes off. It's a 50-50 to go off when you die.
Yeah.
You're always like, oh, the Dark Angels Terminators die, then they shoot. They shoot 50% of the time.
Yeah.
Like, this is
but
not
there's 2
guaranteed.
of them, so that means you get 1 every time.
Okay.
Yeah, but also it's like repeatable, right? Like at least in the Dark Angels, it's not like, oh, it's a 50-50 and then it's done for the game. It's a 50-50 and then the dude comes back to life. You do it again next turn.
Well, then one of them comes back to life, and then it's a 50-50, and then I don't know. That very much seems like optimistic thinking to me.
Well, I mean, you can like at least with the Dark Angels thing, you couch it right where you lose 1.
The only
you just assign saves to one of them.
The only reason you're taking an Ancient and Dark Angels is not to be cute by shooting on death. It's because you want to be -1 damage, and that's it. The shooting on death is just like bonus.
Well,
nobody takes an Ancient.
It is dramatically,
or to have an additional source of obstacle.
It is dramatically better, and the fight on death is dramatically better in this list than it is the Dark Angels list. Because unlike the Dark Angels list, like everything has a reasonable gun, versus like having 2 Cyclone missile launchers, right? If that guy's just posted in the middle next to all the characters, and he's got like 9 aggressors and 3 eradicators in his aura, the number of times he gets the roll is like pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But if there were better, like, I don't know, if he was less points, if there were better banners to take, or if I had more CP, it'd be more of consideration.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I
guess reserves and transports.
Yeah, I don't think. I think those are my secondaries. I don't think there's any other like weird ones that I take. We could try for like a synaptic insight, but that seems really bad, and I'm not going to do that. Yeah, that's what we'll do. It feels really bad. My secondaries suck, but so does my whole faction, so it's fine. Teodoro, thanks for the sub, by the way. Appreciate you. All right.
I want to reserve a unit of aggressors. Maybe? I think I do. I think we're going to reserve that, and we're going to start these on the board. I'm going to put these up.
Need more Gribblies. Honestly, I'm not. Maybe there's like a big gun list that like matches well into this Salamanders list, but I think this is just a really bad matchup.
Just labeling my combat.
Like, where's the normal Space Marines? Space Marines are already like unwinnable, but this one feels even worse.
I know I'm going to be combat spawning these guys. Let's get that right now. I'm never quite clear if you combat squad when you put them into reserve or when you put them on the board. I think it's when you put them on the board.
It changed recently, right?
I don't know. I can never remember.
I mean, you're probably combat squad, I assume.
It doesn't really. Oh, bother. I guess it doesn't really matter. I deleted a guy, but I think the script thing works even if you copy paste them. So
Yeah, it should be fine.
oh no, it doesn't. Well, whatever. This is a green guy. I'll just have to be without scripting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna reserve these guys.
Well, how's it going, everybody in chat? Hope everyone took a look at my Space Marine video I posted earlier.
Combat squad. Where are my other servers? I think I probably
Yeah, I think that one came out pretty well. It took like 3 days.
Because I get to combat squad after I see your secondaries, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
So you don't have grind.
That would be really bad. Only good secondaries here.
I guess I will split my aggressors.
Dance, you me? Dance!
Dr. Doots.
I think that's better.
Doing some dancing. But Death until the other against Dark Eldar. Short distance between the opponents work really well. Against Dark Eldar? Usually that's like a nightmare against Dark Eldar. You're like, what? The champion turn 1 instead of turn 2? No. Oh no, this is terrible.
Is it? Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to do it this way. It's less thinking this way.
Everybody squatted up.
Yeah, I'll combat squad them.
Okay.
Let's combat squad everybody.
Alright, I'm thinking about that. I'm going to put my
alright.
Steelers down.
And then we can start deployment, and I'm deploying first.
No, I'm deploying
and
first.
I will start
I'm
by
deploying
putting...
first. What are you doing?
Oh, you're deploying first?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you want to deploy first because you have 4 deploys. That's right.
Indeed.
And you're the red player, and I'm the blue player.
Yes.
And you have 2 squads of...
Two squads of Genie Steely boys.
And all of these objectives lock, but only if you hold them with objectives secured, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I
While
like
you're
this.
doing that.
Can I get a friend to link to here? Probably. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, over to you. Oh, with Salamanders? Yeah, that seems like a nightmare for Salamanders for sure. Or for Drukari. Salamander's real good.
Maybe I want these guys like all the way in. Oh, actually, no. I probably want them like this.
We're just gonna go first here. Blow ball. Oh, I guess he's got the Lord of the Sea. So he's not gonna be here if I go first. They're gonna run away. They'll run away like jerks.
Always just walk away.
Oh, so what's in reserve? Oh,
Yeah, there's no spot. It's
Yeah, it's right here.
one split up squad of aggressors and one split up squad of eradicators.
Here you go.
I'll split up. Oh, there's the spot. Nice. We'll just redeploy them for this second.
Okay. Put down. So we can go here. Sure, that's fine. Okay. That should be on me. Or let mine run for a bit.
Actually, I don't need to put these down yet. That's all your forward deploys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't we'll just start putting these across. And you can advance with a screamer killer and then charge is the thing.
Mm-hmm. Sure can. But only if
And
I get
do you
my
have any
super power
bonuses for advancing or charging?
No.
No, right?
No.
You're just rolling a d6 and then 2d6?
Yep. Correct. People hating on Nids because Nids are the worst faction in the game. We we lost before this game started, Chad. Guess these Ripper Swarms are kind of in reserve. They're here to screen for later.
This guy's there. Oh, where's the timer? Oh, there it is.
Well, this guy should be 8 here. I'm gonna set this on the thing. Intention here is I can walk on the objective, which I think I might need to go 0.1 inch farther forward for. Okay. I will place a sexy Kryn over here. I don't know if I want to go there. Let's just put down some idiot infantries. If I put these guys back here, they protect out to there, or we put them in the middle. I put them back here. I don't love that. I think I'm fine with them in the middle. Okay. Right to you.
Put this lieutenant down in a random spot. Because he redeploys anyways.
Cool. Put down. It's kind of below odds you come after the Tyrant Guard, so I'm just gonna put them out in the open. I could deploy Eradicators over here, but that feels a little bit aggressive. And then shoot me a little bit, but whatever. We'll be in range of the Venom Thrips. Back to you.
Look at this kitty.
Ruin my volume. Thank you, Cap. Who put 5,000 points on me? That was the wrong call, chat. Y'all be crazy over there.
Only if you require like super aggressive. And then you only get to see this squad. That's fine. You throw a whatchamacallit for one squad of aggressors and one 3-man squad.
Okay. Put Swarmy down. Just go over here, I guess. That's fine. That's fine. Cool. Back to you. Lists are in the bot chat. If it's not posting, it's not posting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
A little bit tight.
Might be able to reset it. Honestly, I don't know how to do that.
How far is this? Not far enough.
Okay. Oh, there it goes. Nice. We figured it out.
Maybe we just put them. Well, you ignored dense, right? But I guess you don't ignore light cover.
Extras just ignore cover, full stop.
Oh, they ignore cover full stop.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe we wait on these guys and we put in the unit of assault over here. Only one. Oh, you have to come around the corner because this is not. So it's like 22, 11 on 3d6. I mean, it's doable, but it's like extremely dicey. Just make it a little bit harder.
It's like the little guy on top, like the little eyeball in the gun, I guess, is the ignore cover thing. It used to be the mechanic that let you double shoot, and they just made it ignore cover instead. They're just like, I don't know. They're like, yeah, you should have some sort of bonus for moving slowly, I guess, so the gun can line up. All right, I'm gonna put down guy who's really good at casting over here within 12 of these Gene Stealers, and not in the terrain. Yep, back to you.
I think what we'll do then is we've got another couple halves of aggressors, right?
This map's so beautiful, chat. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I did replace the texture on it. The texture I used originally was clean, and then it got a watermark on it afterwards. Like they changed the the URL to put a watermark on the file. And so I made a new one out of a seamless texture, which looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, it was like starting to get like lots of traffic, and they're like, "Hold up, wait a minute."
Okay, we'll put those aggressors there.
Okay. I will put. I'll just put the support Neurothrope back here, I think, and 3 of his friends, and back to you. So many units in this fucking
Some
list.
eradicators in there.
Space Marines are too cheap, chat. Okay, I'll put down eradicators can go 5 and shoot 24. 5-inch move. Can't quite get you there. You could go here. And then shoot like this. Are they heavy rifles?
Yeah.
Okay. They have multi.
I can only threat 29. Full stop. Actually, can I count as stationary? No, I can't advance and do that, I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't.
don't
Relentless
know.
Determination. I don't think any of the count as stationary stratagems let you. That and the core Space Marine one, I think they both specify
yeah,
when you make a
you
normal
can't
move.
advance. So I only ever threat 29.
Yeah.
If you're more than 29 inches away, you're definitely safe.
We have to gizmo this guy, which is always weird. Like that. So he should be safe in that little pocket from the eradicators. Maybe this guy gets to shoot him. But he's going to be far away, so I don't know. Maybe one guy. I'll eat one guy. They should include like model pricing in the field manual for sure. Definitely. Can't believe Promethean Creed selects at the start of your first command phase. It's so stupid. I guess most of them are after deployment, so first command phase isn't that big of a deal.
Okay, put that green spot over there.
And, like, conceptually, it doesn't represent a physical object like many of them do. Alright, I'm going to place this Neurothrope back here. I want a 3-inch advance of that objective if I can get it.
$9.5. Let's see, an advancing charge then, but that's fine.
Cool. Alright, back to you.
Alright. Defensive, do we want to play this?
Yeah, I appreciate that GW was like, oh, guys, you know what's too powerful?
'Cause I just want
30-point Tyranid Warriors. And then, like, went to the next codex and just reprinted it. They're like, what if they had, like basically the same melee, but a better gun? And, like, a better save characteristic and better stratagems and better, like, internal synergy? Oh, okay. It's, like, super busted again. Okay, wow, weird. Funny how that works. It's so stupid. Like, it's the same unit archetype, and they just moved it to a different faction.
I'll put another squad of aggressors.
Yeah, that's why we put the Gene Stealers here, chat, so he can't grab the Promethean Creed on this objective turn 1. And then if he picks this one, it's really weird and awkward, and I think it's really bad for him.
I don't want to put them further back.
Like I have a threat on that one.
Just decide. Maybe I should put them further. I mean, I don't have anything that's holding subject.
I mean, a new edition won't change how they balance things. There's no way. Like, that's not how GW functions.
Something to be said for
Backline aggressors. It's interesting.
holding the subject. Yeah, we'll put those guys back there.
Okay. I will put down.
What's your psychic powers are range 18 or 24?
It depends on which one.
The ones that do mortal wounds to my characters.
18. Or Synaptic Link.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get out of the range of Synaptic.
Yeah, we'll put that guy there.
So I'm not too worried about these. So I'm just gonna deploy my 2 characters. Like, we'll put. Right, more guys, so I don't want to touch those guys.
Honestly, like, the no toughness thing,
We'll put
I actually don't think
there,
would be the
we'll
worst
put
thing.
The chaplain.
It seems like people are like, oh, that would be terrible. I'm like, okay.
There. So
I don't know if it
units.
functionally changes too much. It does, like, the unfortunate part is that it removes, like, an interesting lever you can pull when you're, like, list constructing. But I think otherwise it doesn't do that much. I'll put this little friend back here. Like that.
Sacrificial land spear for the purposes of screening.
Flashback with the prime sub, thank you. Okay. So I could just put an exocrine out in the open here and say go. Which I don't hate. Yeah, it's 29 from the Meltas, right? 5-inch move plus.
Yep.
So we shouldn't be in
29
Melta
years
range
safe.
right now, and these guys don't have Meltas. You could deploy one more unit in range, but I think that maybe back here.
Yeah,
Seems a
this
little
is the
bit.
spot that I potentially could put you in.
Yeah, like I guess they could move to there and shoot 24. So if I'm like here,
Yeah, I mean, I'll just, yeah.
then we should be fine.
Yep, you're good there.
Cool. Yeah, we'll do that. Back to you.
Okay. I will put, oh, I had it here. One of these land speeders is gonna go back here.
I mean, Obsidian equals a relic, right? It costs you a command point. Apothecary, that's just what an apothecary does. I'm gonna put this sexy crin. Maybe I should have done this the other way, but that's okay. This is how we did it. Could go here. Just get like hella aggro on you. We'll hold off. We'll just put a Carnifex down. I think he's gonna go. If you put guys there, you can shoot like this. Yeah, I think we're fine standing here. Back to you. So I think the win path is that we have to push this objective on 4. Because this is tough to strategic reserve into, because he can't reserve off his table edge. And then I can continuously just send Carnifexes over there. So hopefully that's what we can do. It feels really bad, but we're trying.
I want to be able to
I'm trying my hardest.
scoot out of the way.
Oh, this matchup's so fucking bad, chat. Jesus Christ. What a time. What time to be alive?
For anybody who's not minus, which is the -1 to hit aura? Is it the venom throws?
Yeah,
And it's how many inches?
6.
Okay, so it's not affecting the Tyrant Guard at the moment.
It
actually,
should
maybe
be.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, 5.9. Yeah, it is. Okay. So
I
I
did
could
put
shoot
them in it.
those guys if I wanted.
You wouldn't dare. What's a good matchup? I don't know. I don't like. I'm sure there's some idiot brick matchup that you're probably finding too. It's like Death Guard Terminators, just like waddle around the table and you smite them to death. Like that's probably okay.
Those guys. I guess we just go on make it so we can see this guy. So just,
It's like ludicrous how cheap Space Marines are. This army is insane.
Alright, we'll do it like that.
I don't know how are you supposed to beat this with any faction that's not super busted?
Alright, now I can do this measurement. When you're done placing, I guess.
I might be able to like get Eradicators over there. That line of sight's really, really tough though. Alright, that's fine. I'll lock it in. Yep, all good. You can't even play the single
The
Warhound
Extrins
sight
never
anymore.
move more than 8, right?
Correct. Not they could advance, but they don't do anything after they advance. They don't need special.
And they don't shoot when they advance, right?
Correct. This isn't Psychic Awakening where they got remain stationary after advancing.
So this is my safe line. Good. I have a little bit of extra space. That's good.
I guess like Chaos Knights is probably fine for Tyranids. I would say that one's probably good. That was already like pretty good in Nephilim. And Chaos Knights, I think Chaos Knights got better, but I don't think Tyranids like went like the things that were bad in the Tyranid matchup into Chaos Knights got even worse. So you're like, okay. I guess I'll just continuously take the stuff that's good. And Chaos Knight's probably
and you're
fine.
done
Like,
now, right?
yeah. Yep. All done. Heretic Astartes probably fine. Maybe like Emperor's Children could be tough, I guess, but nobody plays it anymore, so it doesn't matter.
For default purposes, we will put you over. Here and there.
The only reason, so I was we were in a bush chat the other day. This wasn't on stream, I don't think, but the only reason I'm like mad that Tyranids are nerfed so hard is that they weren't the top when they got nerfed, which is just like it was just like so unnecessary, like wildly unnecessary. And that sort of pissed me off. And by sort of pissed me off, I mean extremely, very much pissed me off. I was very mad.
And then we've got a land speeder left who we will put back in the back.
They were like they're like a real gatekeeper army at like a 54% win rate.
Reasonably good.
And then they were just like, you know what? We're gonna literally nuke
Actually,
every
I could
single
put him
mechanic
up
that the
here,
faction has into the
probably.
ground. I was
Yeah,
like,
actually,
okay, cool.
he's pretty
Give
sick.
them nothing. Sweet. Sick.
Put him up there. He's not gonna get tagged by me. Nah, he'll be fine. Does he
I mean,
fit?
whatever, chat. Like, so's Eldar, right? Like, that some factions just have to play
Yes.
like out of line of sight and tricksy
I'll
stuff
put 'em
because
up
they
there.
don't have the resilience to stand up to anything from
Okay.
midline.
Roll to go first.
Let's do it. Give it a pause. Here's the roll.
I got one.
I got 5. Hey.
Alright.
You got start a battle round stuff? I don't have anything. I'm not doing any imperatives.
I have redeploy, so yes. So this lieutenant is gonna come up here, obviously. And then other stuff is gonna.
Yeah, I think like the Flying Hive Tyrant was like beyond launch Tyranids, which were just borked, right? There's like the Flying Hive Tyrant stuff, right? And then like spore mines, I guess. And I can understand like the complaint about spore mines. That like if you didn't have like this volume of like anti-infantry shooting, they just sort of boned a lot of armies, and that's like kind of shitty. So I mean like that's fair. But the Flying Hive Tyrant is like how the army interacts with enemies. Like you just lose if you don't have the Flying Hive Tyrant. So
All right.
like I don't think that's really a fair criticism to be like, oh, it's uninteractive. That's like complaining and howling banshees of a fight last week. Okay, let's do it. Good luck. Give you a handshake. Handshake. Oh, there you go. Handshake. Click start. Nothing happens in the beginning. Okay. So if this EXO goes here, can he see the ERADs? Is this line of sight traces like this? No, probably not.
I mean, it was my intent that he couldn't, but.
The all right. So here's what we'll do.
8 inches to here. So you're saying to go this way?
What's up? No, he it's line of sight traces from the gun, right? Which is like an inch in front of his base. Because we play a game with fun true line of sight. Good fun T-loss.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose he could.
But I don't think I can do it. I don't think there's a line there. Put these Gene Stealers here. I'll roll. Oh, I should do my command phase stuff. Are we punching anyone with these guys? You took Shactics. I give this will be OBSEC. And he had 12 there. So we'll give OBSEC. And your guys are within 12 of the objective, yeah? Or nah?
Possibly not, but they can advance. They're probably within 13.
Yeah, then they can't charge, though. So that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, so that I think if they... I think I am within 12 of the objective, but probably only with one guy. Yeah, I'm just barely within 12 of the first guy.
Okay. That's a sergeant. Interesting. Oh, who's your Promethean Creed objective? Oh, it's your command phase.
It's my command phase, not your command phase.
That's real dumb. That's super stupid. Whatever.
I mean, I'm not going to get to score it on the first turn either, because I have to be standing on it. So
yeah.
I'm not standing on any objectives outside my... I guess I could, like, consolidate somehow onto it, and then I could score it. I don't know. like piled in and consolidated onto the middle somehow, I could score it. Yeah, I don't know. The secondary objectives in this game need a complete redesign. They're just like Promethean Creed is simultaneously strong and stupid.
See the land speeder and a bunch of characters I can't shoot with this guy. I can't shoot them because there's a building in the way. So I'm gonna shoot a land speeder super hardcore. Poor guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna laugh if you whiff.
And then I will think we go for these guys. It'd be kind of nice. So these guys are just up a 6-up right now, right?
Correct.
It's kind of
Well, I guess I could give them +1 to their save against 1 damage attacks.
kind of a coin flip.
Give them +2 to their save if I spend 2 C.
And then siphons.
Actually, when do you use that Salamander shit? Never actually used it.
Go here. This guy's not going to have range on anyone. Here. And I guess here. Okay. That's what we'll do.
Any phase. Okay.
All right. So the Gene Stealers are going to move. You shouldn't have line of sight to me with aggressors there, right? Because they're not in the terrain.
Yeah. And my line of sight is like
Yeah.
this, so you should be good there.
Cool. We're going to do that then. Please don't vaporize me. Those guys we already moved. This guy's going to roll in advance, and he's going to roll a big number because I believe in him. Dude, that wasn't very good. That's unfortunate. I don't think it's worth command pointing it, though. So he's just going to run over here. We can drop the kids off 11 inches away, so we can just go here. Put more models in the objective. Cool. The Venom Thropes here. 2, 3. I want Swarmlord to be here. Cool. This guy can be 18 away. Does that make a difference? Wants to be 12 of those guys. You're only land speeders all the way over there. Yeah. Whatever. We can cast some powers. Put the Screamer Killers in the corner. Nobody puts Screamer Killer in the corner. The line of sight to this guy can be like here. So if this dude goes there, you can like probably see your land speeder. The Speeder of Arkenland. He is in range of the Eradicators, but guess they could move like this, and you'd get 2 to shoot me. That doesn't feel great. Unless I just stand in front of them for a little while. Yeah, that's going to be the game plan anyway, so he'll just go there. This guy's already out of range of these Eradicators, and he can already see the land speeder, right? So he'll just sort of chill, I guess. Yeah, because if I move up to here, they could maybe shoot me. I don't know, if I go here, I'm safe. Get one guy. Come at me. In the dents. Okay. These screamy boys will hang out in the back. The Tyrant Guard will chill like this. This dude, I think, is just going to sit in the back over here for now. And Synaptic Link everywhere. We're linked here. Cool. Psychic phase. I'm going to cast your Deny is here. So you could cast.
So I can deny
Swarm Lord. We'll just start
Lord
with,
and one Neurothrope.
yeah, we'll just start with Swarm Lord. He'll cast Psychic Scream on a 5. Take that.
What does that do?
It's D3 mortal wounds to the aggressors.
Sure, we'll deny it.
Okay. Lame.
Denied.
And then he can cast whatever. He's got a Paroxysm. I'll put Paroxysm on them. There's no reason not to. Well, that would be the reason not to. That's unfortunate. Take one. All right, that's fine. So just on them, in case it matters. The guy down here is going to cast the Behemoth Power. He does onto the Gene Stealers. They are +1 to wound. Let's go. And then he'll cast Neuroparasite. He does. Just onto the aggressors. On a 6, take a mortal. 2 mortals. Yay.
On the aggressors?
Yeah.
The blue ones?
Mm-hmm. 1 mortal. Alright, that's fair. Sounds about right. Oh, and we're doing banners with the Tyrant Guard and the Gene Stealers, by the way. The guy in the back will cast Catalyst. Nailed it. We'll do it onto this guy in case you shoot him with land speeders. I don't think his other powers are going to make a difference. This guy could cast the Horror, and I guess he... I don't think it matters at all.
So what is Paroxysm? I'm -1 to wound?
-1 to wound. You can't Overwatch or set to defend. With melee attacks, so that your flamers don't matter. And then we are going to shooting. I'll do the action with the red Neurothrope. Let's see, this Exocrine that moved slow, we'll just shoot this guy.
Nope.
How many shots? 2, so 8. 3s. 3s. 3 AP4 there. 3 damage each.
I don't gotta save,
Yeah,
so.
just vaporize them. Explode, please. That'd be amazing.
Well, I have Feel My Pains. So how much damage is it? 6?
Does it work on land speeders?
Yeah, it works on everything.
Oh, yeah, so it's 9 damage.
Oh, it's 9 damage. It's probably not worth rolling, but I'll roll it anyways, because it's fine. All 6s.
Almost.
Almost.
He tried.
Do I explode?
Do it. Ah, so close. That would have been funny. This guy can't see anything, so that's fine. That's all the shooting. We'll do the Rippers over here. D3 +1. You get 3. Just go on the objective. 2 guys there. Oh, yep, that's how it is. Cool. Okay. Charging. Charge the Gene Stealers at the aggressors.
Yep.
Here we come. Bloop. 5. Yeah, we'll just come over, hang out over here, I think. Alright. They are fighting, so we'll move. We'll do.
So they're wounding on
Goes like this.
4s now.
They'll
They're
be on
plus
3.
one to
They'll be
one.
on 3s. Because they get +1 strength on the charge.
Ah.
Alright, here they come. Wanna do any strats?
We'll transhuman.
Okay. So I am hitting on 2s. Rerolling. Wish I did something on 6s. Wounding on 4s now. Ooh, good roll. 12 AP 3.
Are these extra AP or no?
No. No. That's only when I have a
These are
pre-board.
AP3, right?
Yep, everything AP 3.
So 6s. And then 6s again.
Get them. Yay.
Nope.
Do I eat that guy's brain? No, that would have been funny. I can do a good point. And I will consolidate. And this is gone. I will consolidate. I don't think I'm gonna engage the Eradicators. Can they shoot me? One guy can shoot me. Yeah, we said so. That's not worth engaging you for. And your OBSEC is this guy. Yeah? Oh no, the chaplain. Who's OBSEC?
So, Vibrant.
The Libby. Okay. I can't like overrun, steal your objective, and get points. I guess that would have been bad. That would be bad. You would just get points anyway. So I think what I will do is
You jerks just in the clock on me aggressively on your turn. Of these.
You need to roll like 24 dice. So this guy has to
Using
go
the clock.
towards this guy. 2.5.
I'm being abused.
Good. Alright, so he's just gonna go here. He's gonna stay outside an inch of you. Just make their movement hard. And then these guys will all just sort of come and stay outside an inch of you. Yeah, there's no sense in running away here. I think you just flamer me anyway. Yeah, so we're just gonna try to block movement from the Eradicators. All right, that's my turn.
Okay.
I get 2 points for taking an objective.
All right. Command phase. Reroll hits and melee. Goes off. 5
We got 3 Eradicators, chat, or 3 aggressors, chat. We did it.
Off.
We're whittling them down to only 15. Almost there. I'm a little bit worried that I don't have like the beef to screen this side of the table, but I don't have to worry about it this turn. I have to worry about the next turn. I maybe should have played more aggressively with the Screamer Killers. I think, yeah, what I should have done is maybe put one here.
Move
And then I could have prevented this guy from getting line of sight. Yeah, that was a mistake. I think I could have just tanked one up on there and then threatened the objective a little bit better.
And then theoretically, come another 11. The maximum is like there.
I did. I've killed
There's,
150 points worth of models.
Worked quite hard for them to charge
With, like,
me.
500
The downside
points.
is that Exocrine is there. But if the Exocrine is shooting assault marines, that's pretty shitty value.
Yeah, that mistake on the Screamer Killer is gonna hurt me. I should have thought about it a little bit more.
And we can make it so that it has to get worse angles. Alright, so the green squad of Assault Marines will advance. 1, that's fine. Three spells on it.
Yeah, right, chat? I think I should have positioned the exocrines differently. I think this should be the Dermic guy.
On the objective, he's blocked from that way, and you need to come.
I'm gonna
Even
kick myself
further
about that
into my
Screamer
house.
Killer positioning. I mean, I
This'll
guess
be
he could have.
my Promethean Creed
here.
objective.
He can push. How far did the Land Spirit move? Like 16? 16. Yeah, I might have been able to block out the Land Speeders hitting me too. So I just need some Flamer shots from like aggressors and these guys, and that's probably fine. Yeah, I'm gonna kick myself for that. That was a big mistake. Oh, big stretch from this kitty. Gonna jump on my mouse and click things. Oh. Hi. Meow. Chairman Meow. I could then charge this objective the coming turn. Right now it's like the movements are a little awkward.
The purple squad will advance.
Basically, I could have punished him for picking this as a Promethean Creed objective because I can just like hit with the Screamer Killer could just kill whatever's over here, and then the Exocrine's free to shoot whatever it wants.
Gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, putting two units on the objective now means that I can't take it. But if I had
shoot twice, do you have to shoot the same target or no?
With what?
An Exocrine.
They can't shoot twice.
Oh, is that an old rule?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the 8th edition Exocrines did the double tap when they stood still. The 9th edition Exocrines miss a bunch of times and then don't get rerolls. Because they didn't give them the core keyword and they took out all the ways to get rerolls on monsters.
Hey, they gave the core keyword to Chronofexes.
They did.
Alright.
Still viable? No.
These guys.
Unironically, the worst army in the game. You can win with any army in 40k.
They could charge you.
But it's not worth trying.
How close is it?
I think.
15 inches? It's a 10-inch charge? I mean, I'm not opposed to punching a Venomthrope to death.
Come at me, bro.
Well, hilariously, if I go 5, I'm not on the objective. And I don't have anything to shoot.
LUCD and Starstriders got removed, Jam.
That's a 6-inch.
They're just like Voidsmen at Arms now. They're in the Agents of the Imperium index. So they're not even... I think they're in the Agents of the Imperium faction, which unironically might be more playable than Tyranids. Not really, I don't think so. But I think you can build Agents of the Imperium lists as maybe. Actually, I'm not sure about that because you're restricted to one Agent of the Imperium for each detachment. So I think you might not be able to, but it would be funny.
So set them out.
I guess like the Dreaded Amble is like a worse faction. But out of factions that are legally playable in Arcs of Omen, it's like Tyranids and then like Enrathi. Like Eldar Corsairs.
Maybe it's better to stay on this side of the objective then.
It's the one that they just released like yesterday. The index file.
To obliterate Gene Stealers.
You can't kill 5 Gene Stealers. There's no way.
Let's see. Let's tuck these guys in here. And now these units.
Yeah, I don't consider Imperial Fists an army, chat, because they're just a sub faction. Like you'd be like, oh, Imperial Fists are performing worse. So like, yeah, but you know, what's the win rate of like?
Charge? That's not great.
You know, I don't know. Blood axes, snake bites. what's the win rate of? I'm trying to think of a really off the wall sub faction.
But what's on this objective? Is it a Gene Stealer?
Yeah, it should be the Gene Stealer and the 2 Rippers. Yeah.
Okay.
How about
You can come up. You can't touch this terrain.
how about the inexorable? What's the inexorable's win rate?
3 and 5 to look this way. And he could come 8 to look this way.
How are Carcharodon's doing? All the Forge World chapters are just other Space Marine sub-factions. Like, they just come from different Space Marine books, basically.
Hate being passive. I don't like it.
You're playing Salamanders. You, like, signed up for this.
I know, being passive on the first turn is kind of what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. The
Um,
Flamers haven't been ignited yet. Hold up.
yeah. They're still warming up. Actually, this is not bad. These guys over here are not bad. This is pretty good. Yeah, this is the play. Not quite. A little ambitious.
Hello there. Cat, would you shut up? Calm down. You wanna come up? No. She wants me to feed her more. Even though it's like 4.
That guy can't go yet. This guy can get shot certain. Do I want to do that? I mean, it is wounding. It is take out some Gene Stealers and put shots in the Exocrine. Yeah, that's totally worth it. Also, just put shots in the Ripper Swarms.
No, my Ripper Swarms. I need those for doing something. Being there.
What's the toughness on a Ripper Swarm?
3.
I'm wounding on 2s.
Oh.
And I'm within Melton range, right? Yeah.
I need them for ripping. Yeah, that's a full-size game, chat.
Yeah, I think that's the play. And these guys come in here. What else are we doing with the rest of this? I'm just gonna spend a CP to guerrilla tactics the infiltrators. I don't need to be here.
Very nice.
Come back somewhere more useful.
To the reserve bin with you.
Where are these aggressors gonna go? These red aggressors will advance. The red ones in the back. 1, that's very exciting. You like can't get anywhere useful with that move.
Bam, 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 bam.
I stay out of range.
Yeah, I like
of
my
anything? Probably not.
my mixtape, champ. It's pretty good. God, Jesus Christ. You want food? I'll give you
Move
food just
6
so you.
inches.
so
Well, they're just gonna stay there then, because
I'm gonna feed my cat real quick. So just do your
Okay.
thing. All right, chat. I'll be back. What is it, cat?
One has the power. Okay. Line of sight to both of them. Can. Okay. I'm gonna stop the clock. I think I'm done with moving.
I'm back.
Okay. Psychic phase. I may have walked into deepest shadow. I don't know. Is it 18 or 12?
18. So you're good.
Oh, so I'm actually okay. All right.
18, but from the glowy guys.
Yeah. 5 up invul. Fails. Do I even think I'm actually even under threat this turn? Not really. This guy comes here and can't see anything.
40k ever moved to taking the closest model for casualties?
This guy comes.
I think it used to do that,
Can't
but
get to
like
this. Oh, he can't get to the building. This guy can get to this
it was
building.
always kind of
You can see on
chicanerous.
this
It's kind
angle,
of shitty.
which is just characters.
So
Yeah,
I
I'm not gonna
prefer
bother
where
re-rolling.
casualty
And then we'll
taking
do
is up to the defending player. It gives you like more.
I guess we'll do
choice when
Veil
you're
of
defending.
Time on the aggressors. Everyone's in. Actually, you know what? These guys in the back that need to go a long way, we'll Veil of Time them.
Nice.
9. All right.
I'll try to deny you, I guess.
Sure.
Nope, you're good. I rolled a 3.
All right, and the only shooting that's going to happen is these 2 eliminators. Which one of your exocrines has the 5 up Feel No Pain? Is it this
This
one?
one, yeah, it's the catalyst, the shield.
All right, so we're gonna shoot. We're just gonna move like here and shoot the other one.
Okay.
So 2 shots, hitting on 3s,
Nice.
and
Close.
wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s.
What's
1
AP?
wound. Probably a lot because we're in Devastator. 4? Yeah, AP 4.
No, I'll take it.
3 damage.
1, 2, 3.
And we're just gonna go back to here.
Nice.
Shooting phase, charge phase.
Do you want to shoot that guy?
Oh, also this guy. Sorry. This guy's gonna put his flamer into the Gene Stealers and his Melta into the Reverse Swarm.
Clive's like, are we weapons clear, sir? Are we weapons clear? The commander's like
one
taking a
shot with
snack
the
break.
Flamer. Do I want to reroll that actually? I might. Ugh, that's so bad. What's the invul on the Gene Stealers?
5+.
Is it 5 or 4 to range?
It's 5. It's 4 in melee.
No, I'm not spending a CP to kill 1 Gene Stealer. Wounding on a 3, so 1 wound on a Gene Stealer.
Okay. 1 guy dies.
And the Melta into the
My poor
Reverse
Rippy
Swarms.
boys? No.
Are they -1 to hit? Probably not anymore,
No,
right?
no -1.
Hitting
just
on
chilling.
3s. And wounding on 2s.
Don't roll 1s to kill them, I guess. Yeah. Nah. So one of them dies.
Alright, fine. I'll spend a CP.
Yes. All right. 1's dead. 2 dead. Fair enough.
Could have charged it. No.
Do you want to charge or something over here or not?
Oh, sorry, these guys. I forgot about that.
Is there a plan
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want me to roll them out, or do you want to just remove them?
here? Yeah, it's like the eradicator, the aggressors and the eradicators and all the characters shooting, right? Or are we
Yeah,
charging?
eradicators, aggressors, 2 meltas from these
Yeah.
guys.
They're just gonna shoot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okie dokie. I'm immune to morale because the Neurothrop's there. Cool.
It's on average, what is it? 9, no, 8.5, 26.5. It's 15 wounds with flamers to begin with, and then all the Melta shoots you.
Yeah, I think the only question is whether you wanted to like use them for charge movement or something.
No.
Yeah. Where? Oh, TTS. What are you doing there, bud? I can see 1 unit. You don't get points if I shoot them and they die, right? It's only if they survive.
It's only if they survive, yeah. And they're not destroyed, I believe.
So I don't feel a great need to run into the middle. What we could do is put all the buffs on this guy, and the off chance that he rolls like a huge advance, just wants to go eat green squad, which would be super cool. I was kicking myself because I think I was talking to chat last night. I think there was a position because my gene stealers were here where I could have put the screamer killer there, and I don't think anything could have gotten line of sight. Maybe the like stuff in the way back, and then you could flamer me a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. And I noticed it like just after the fact, and I was like, yeah, it should be my plan. If I put a screamer killer there, it's like real good. But chose not to be.
If I had, no, there's no way for me to destroy the third group or something. That's okay.
Yeah, you had 2 shots, so killing a third one would have been very
I'd
impressive.
have gotten an extra victory point.
It's true. Yeah, I guess you could have put everything into it, but they wouldn't have died to the flamer, so kind of whatever. So
Especially since I only rolled 1 shot.
Put all the buffs here, right? This is gonna expire. We're gonna put. Guess we can like eat psychic powers of these guys. It's a little dangerous. Might just do it with the aggressors. Which he can do from where he is right now, which is kind of fun. I have to worry about your back line this turn, or my back line. But you can't deploy up this stable edge, right? Because that's mine. Until next turn. Alright, so we'll put all the buffs on the Carnifex. I don't feel particularly like trying my darndest to keep this Gene Stealers alive. Siphon here. I won't call it imperative. Siphon here. And siphon here. Sure. Somewhat has my paroxysm. Maybe we put the siphon there and we just roll this guy on 2s. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then these are all in the Screamer Killer. The Exocrine is gonna move back to where it can see purple, which is like here. So if it does like this kind of thing, which I believe.
Sure.
2.7, which is much larger than my baseline. So this guy run around the gap. I'll roll in advance for him, and if we like 6 it, it's awesome. Big money. Oh my god, I'm so good at rolling dice. So he goes 17. So 2.5, 4, 13, 17. So we need a 7 to get there. To get within an inch. I'll take those odds, I guess. That means that this guy can't do the psychics on those guys, but I think that's fine. Let's hold on, moving him for a second. Okay. This Ripper Swarm is just gonna run. It'll roll in advance, I guess. 2. Just run up here. Just to do screens. The Steelers. Oop. It's measuring funky. We just want to make it so you can't put a 40 mil base in the back there, basically.
I've got a 40 mil base somewhere over here. Here's one.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be like that. This guy is gonna chill on the objective. Might move the Hexacran to stay within 3. Could go like this, maybe. Interesting. So I think we just put this guy in the dents. And within 3. Can't really keep him safe, so we're not even gonna try. Unless I run away. And just give you the Screamer. Let's see. You can come in here, basically. Oh, that line of sight's really awkward, actually. Yeah. So I think this is correct. So I don't think that if that an Eradicator squad coming off the side here can see this Hexacran. Because it could come out, it looks like here. So I think its line of sight is going to be like that. So I think the line of sight clips that
it'd
out
have to
either
come
way.
right in front of this, so yeah.
Yeah, alright, so we might just eat these guys and hope for the best. Seems fine. Could be a CP to extend the Venom Thropes. Does that go to 12 or to 9? 12. Okay. That is just any time in my movement phase. If I remain stationary with the venom throats. Okay, that's kind of cool. If we put this guy here, so he's in range of them, then he'd also get it. If we decide to do that. Okay. This guy moved, this guy moved. We need to put this guy within 12. So the question is whether this other guy's going. And the answer is going to be... I don't think you can shoot me if I just stand here, so I think I'm going to do that. So what we do is we put... there. I'm actually going to make a huge aura on this guy. Oh, can I? Oh no, it goes away. Alright, just kidding. If I put this Neurothrope here, I'm 18 inches from you. Super far away from these guys, but within 12. Okay. And I think most of your shots get soaked by the guys behind the building over there. If you try to shoot him. So we're gonna go over that plan. Intention is to be within 18. It's just being funky. There you go. We'll protect him with this Screamer Killer standing behind this wall. And then these guys.
Where's the guy with Callus? Oh, he's all the way back.
Yeah, he's chilling in the back. And he's gonna screen out. Oh, that's 12. He's gonna screen out somebody from.
Your Tyrant Guard spread the whatchamacallit?
I don't know.
The synaptic link.
No, they're not synapse. So right now you could fit 3 guys back there, so I need to go here. Which means Swarmlord has to go back a tiny bit. Good job, Swarmlord. Proud of you. We'll just move these guys like this. A bit like this. Okay. And then these guys can be like here. Swarmlord there. I don't feel like moving these Screamer Killers right now. If you drop the guys here, we said, they still can't see me, so that's good. All right. Feeling good. So we got links everywhere. Let's go to Psychic phase. No actions to declare. So yeah, let's go to Psychic phase. I'll start with... I need his 2. So we'll just start with Swarmlord. He'll do Psychic Scream.
Are you still rolling 3d6 or?
Yeah, 3d6 drop 1 because he has the siphon. Yeah. 11. Just be D3 to the aggressors here if it goes off.
Okay.
1.
1?
Yep. Onto the red guys.
They're fine.
Just kidding. He'll do Paroxysm on. Just kidding. He didn't do it. Right. The Neurothrope back here is gonna do Neuroparasite. Actually, I don't really need all of his powers. Yeah, I'll do Neuroparasite. On a 13. Let's go.
Sure.
We'll just do it on the aggressors again. So on 6s, take mortals. Nothing. And then he'll try to cast... do the Behemoth power. I can't link over there right now, so it doesn't matter what I do. We could Horrify, I guess. Oh no, he doesn't have it. That's fine. He'll just chill. This guy will do Onslaught. Goes off onto the Carnifex. Catalyst. Goes off onto the Exocrine. And then we're shooting. Oh, and this guy wants to smite. Let's go. Smite. Is that a fail, really? Yeah, only +1. Alright, I believe in you,
I
actually.
mean, I don't think you're gonna need it.
His other one is horror, right? Which isn't gonna do anything. Yeah, I don't care about that. Let's go to shooting. Oh, I'm gonna pay the CP to make these guys aura big too, because they didn't move. I'm gonna pay a CP for the exploding 6s on the Exocrine over here. He'll shoot purple squad 8 times. Do you want to do any strats?
I can't use any strats on these guys.
Oh, there you go. So we missed though. That's a little bit scary. I don't like that. I just have to roll no more than not too many 2 pluses or not too many 1s. All right, we'll just not roll any 1s. God, dude, this fucking game, man. All right, well we kill 3 guys. That's super shitty. I'll shoot them with the maybe the Carnifex gets them.
Yeah, I guess we remove the not flamer guys. Yeah. So we'll remove the eviscerate. We killed 3 guys or 2 guys?
3.
Okay, so we'll remove the eviscerator. We'll remove the chainsaw
I
guy.
have voracious ammunition, so I might kill more actually.
Okay.
After my attacks are resolved. Cool. And then the ammunition triggers for 2 mortals. So we do get 1 more.
Okay.
All right, that's not so bad.
But I do get a commit. I do get 1 point.
Yep. The Screamer Killer. It's kind of funny. I'll just leave those guys. He's not going to shoot. This Exocrine will shoot the speeder. 8. 5 and 3s. 3. AP 4, 3 damage.
Yeah, so that just kills him. Does
You
he
do a mortal?
explode?
Don't do it. Yay. All right. That's all the shots that I feel safe taking. The Screamer Killer is going to charge both of these guys.
Okay. I'm gonna Overwatch with the green squad.
Sure.
So we'll roll the flamer shots.
Mm-hmm.
9 shots.
So it should be 4s.
Yep.
5.
5 at AP 1.
So save on 3s. Take 3.
Plasma not overcharging on a 6. Nope. Crack grenade not. Are you actually no? You're more
No,
than 6
I'm
grenades away.
far away.
So just a pistol shot then. Alright.
All right. So I need a 7. Let's roll. LCP. Yay, we did it. A little pricey for my blood, but that's okay. We'll just go here. And that's the only charge, so he'll swing. I have 11. Is 9, 10, 11. Do 3 and 8.
I don't get any saves anyways against these, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I get to save on 6.
Yeah, it's 6 up, yeah. I'll do 2 and 9.
Okay.
Do I go down to 0 this turn? Ugh, I guess so. I have to kill these guys. So 2 into the lone dude, the lone wolf. 2 hit. 2 wound, AB3. Please eat his brain. You get wrecked. And then on the other guys, 2s rerolling. 2s rerolling. All those.
On 6s. No.
So I eat his brain. So close! That would have been amazing. I have 1 left. I think we overrun this dude and make you drop people back here. So it doesn't really matter where he consolidates to, and then we'll pay down to 0, and he's just going to jump back to here. Do I even stay on this objective, or I just leave? You don't get points. Yeah, because you haven't locked it yet, right? Also, those guys aren't obstac.
No. Well, I would have lost it anyways because you
Right.
controlled it, and also I have to be in my command phase. So
Yeah.
I have to have a core unit. I don't have to control it. I have to have a core unit on it in my command phase. So I'm already not scoring points.
So I think we actually just leave the objective. Because you're going to kill this guy, and I don't want you getting points for doing it. And then these guys shouldn't be able to see me, so it should just be whatever comes out of reserve. Okay. And I guess before we go too far, it makes sense to put him in a place where he would stop people from shooting my exocrine. So you could shoot the exocrine out to 24. So you could maybe shoot one guy at it, but then you'd have to split fire, and then you wouldn't get your double tap, and that would be really bad. So that's fine. Okay, we'll call that a turn. So I get 1 for killing something on objective, or I get 2 because I did one of the 2 things. Ugh. Went down to 0. I spent 5 CP that turn. This will probably, hopefully worth it.
Reroll hits and melee.
We're pulling out all the stops today, chat. We're trying so hard.
Feeling pain against mortals. Goes off.
Oh.
Well, maybe I should have taken charge, but I don't have the time to think about things too hard.
It was a really long turn.
I
think this game plan is the right one. Where we just we make it so he's only got 1 good Promethean objective, and we just put 2 Screamer Killers there and hope we can stop him from scoring it. Let's find out.
So we can't shoot anything.
I mean, that's the thing with Salamanders, is that they're slow as fuck, so you have to run around the
There's
Swarners.
no reason to come in.
But there's so many reserves, I don't know if I can stop them. I'm going to lose like all my screens this turn, and he's going to just come in next turn with Eradicators and blow me up. We'll see.
Mostly we're just going to come in with a bunch of aggressives.
Entertain yourselves with talk of the old days. More complaining about Space Marines? Look at this, chat. I killed 3 units. Oh, and I get 2 Cranial Feasts that turn. I killed 3 units. And my opponent still has like hundreds of points in reserve.
Just half?
I've killed 4 units and lost nothing, and my opponent has like a million. Or I lost 1 unit of Gene Stealers, and my opponent has a billion points left.
I need to...
Honestly, I also thought that I could like play faster on clock here, but this might not be the case. Please don't flamer me. That'd be very rude. Do you want to just make it 12? There you go. That's the flamey range. I've gotten 2 9/10 on no prisoners.
I guess I have to shoot you with something though. I guess we have to shoot you with this. And if we get shot by an ex-Korean Soviet.
He had green tide, yeah. Valdor's just like, well, I have 10 miles in this table quarter, so I'll score a point here. Score a point here.
Can't come in anywhere there.
Stay away, Landspeeder.
The 9-inch charge. 111-inch charge to that guy, or whatever. We have to come. We have to go. Cannot stay here.
Too many spruce currently building more aggressors? Well, you're about to see how good they are. Because these 3 aggressors are about to cook themselves a Screamer Killer.
I guess also if we pull out everything that's in front of the Neurothrop, we could just shoot the Neurothrop.
That'd be rude.
How far away is this guy? Is he 29 inches away? 29 from that guy. He is not 29 from those guys.
Yeah, you can
So,
you can shoot with at least 2 for sure. And my aura should be that this turn for the -1.
we just have to move these aggressors first. Where are they gonna move?
Although I guess you might have been shooting through this dense anyway, so maybe that might have been frivolous. Yeah, these like poor beleaguered Tyranid defenders over here. They're like against the green tide of the Space Marines. They're like trying to hold out.
These blue aggressors will advance.
Like just hive ships full of Space Marines like coming from the sky. Like the Salamanders have come to consume their home planet, and they're very upset.
I guess I would move them before I moved this.
So I've been researching some STLs for Space Marine armies. I kind of want to play White Scars. If anybody watched the video today on the White Scars on the Space Marine list, the White Scars list I talked about might be one of my favorite lists I've seen in like almost all of 9th edition. And I'm like, I kind of want to play it, or at least some version of it. Maybe like less Terminators and like a Whirlwind.
Oh, the red guys didn't advance actually. They just moved. So actually, we should leave it alive. Of course, then we can't shoot the Neurothrop. Interesting.
You gotta think.
Neurothrops have a 3-up invul.
Yeah. And this guy's the 5 model offset guy. He's holding down the fort.
Might as well just put all these guys in touching cover. Let's see.
The Venom Thorpe Spore thing is it only affects its -1 to hit aura, right? Of its aura abilities? What? If fight lasts at 6 inches, chat? Wait!
Charge the Venom Throat
How did I never notice that?
with like 8 inches.
What? What?
9.5.
What? Chat!
We're still not.
That strat's... I made a video about how bad that strat was. That strat's actually hype. I mean, it's not that great, but it's good in this situation. can randomly ping for mortal wounds like anywhere in this whole middle distance right now. That's amazing.
This Execran. Oh, he has a 5-up, feeling no pain.
Don't worry about that guy. He's fine.
It's the ring. Oh, I have to
Read a
come
Black
out
Library
front.
with 10 Terminators, Thunderhammer Sword Shield, and 2
shit.
Cyclones desperately band together to fight 7
I
Raveners.
mean, I guess I'm okay with that, because then you have to charge me, and then we do
And then the
evolution,
Raveners,
etc.,
like,
etc.
it's the final last
that's
stand, and the
fine.
Raveners, like, make a big charge on them, and they just, like, fight on death and murder them. It's a whole thing.
Oh, I guess we just went with one guy on the objective.
The Venom Thrope, the Spore Cloud ability, or the Spore Cloud stratagem, when the Venom Thropes remain stationary, you can pay a CP, and until your next turn, it expands the distance of all of their auras. So we get extra distance fight last.
Let's do this one. So I can
Not that,
just
which I literally don't think matters right now.
stop. Obviously, you can charge me, but there's nothing I can.
Yeah, it's still a new one thing,
Potentially. And also,
but you get extra like target ability, I guess.
it is what it is. I can't hide the whole game. I think what we'll do then is we'll just bring in. Oh, this guy doesn't have an aura, 9-inch aura. We'll just bring in another unit of aggressors. Where's my other half?
Oh, I think I made a mistake. I don't think my opponent could. Yeah, he couldn't reserve in here. I didn't need to screen that.
Right here.
I could have pushed this Neurothrop up and kept Swarmlord farther forward. Little tiny things, chats. Little tiny bitty things. Man, the new this whole new thing about strategic, like the new paradigm of playing against strategic reserves is like so wild.
Come over here to touch these. Actually, I guess we will.
Yeah, the minutia is a little insane
advance this
for sure.
thing.
Forgetting like my units abilities or whatever is like fine, or like making strategic blunders because of like
Whatever, he
movement
probably
sequencing.
should
But,
be
like, man, the strategic reserve rules are insane. Just the all these massive like numbers of mechanics are ridiculous.
These red aggressors will advance. 2, I guess we'll reroll, because why not? Do a 1, right? No, 4. So they go 9 inches.
That's real because of the veil, right?
Yeah.
No. For the next session, no rule of 3. Oh my
I guess
god.
we'll just move up into this thing.
Could you imagine? I think they learned that lesson in 7th, right? Or 8th, top of 8th, where there was no rule of 3 and everyone was playing 9 Hive Tyrants. I wish I was alive at that time. God, that would have been
Although then we
glorious.
get shot by the exocrine, but again, what can we do? We can't just hide in the back.
Well, it's not like the Exocrine doesn't have anything to shoot anyway, right? Like, I actually don't think I shoot this guy's the Exocrine because there's like so many other things I would rather shoot.
And then it's like, do I need more shots to kill this Screamer Killer? Or do I want to make it? 17. You're saving on 3s? Yeah, I probably do. So I need another squad over here. We'll take the squad that doesn't have it.
This is going to be the make or break turn, chat. This command point is going to be so important. Because I may need that. I think we go Neurothrop Imperative this turn, and we just start piling mortals into the center. I can put OBSEC on the Venom Throps and just sit them in front of this whole brick. Because, yeah, he's got only one Eradicator spell left.
We're literally within 12, so it doesn't matter. That's fine. Okay, and then we've got 1 unit of Eradicators and a unit of Infiltrators still in reserve.
Yeah, I think the CP trade-off's like it's like a real trade. It would be nice if you started with like 8 maybe. But I think that the problem that they were having were like alphas were like turn 1 stuff was too impressive might happen. Where you have some like you know you have like a Gilliman Space Marine list that starts with 11 CP and pays for like 2 Warlord traits and it's like, oh, okay, well I'll just use every strat in the book. Whoop, here we go. Drop a bunch of drop pods. Make them all. Ignore the move and shoot penalty. Get exploding 6s. Plus 1 AP on 6s. I don't know. Plus 1 to wound. Because they're salamanders, I guess.
Yeah, maybe only one of them could shoot you. That's probably fine. Throw 1 into each. Alright. Okay, that is my move. Actually, are we within 18? Do we? No, we're fine on that. Strat reserves. Psychic phase.
Safe.
5 of invul power. That fails. And Veil of Time on somebody. That goes off on a 7. You want to try to deny?
Oh, I might as well, yeah. Denied. Like me. On a 10.
Don't have to worry.
Easy game.
I don't know who I was going to put it on anyways. So now I don't have to think about it. Shooting phase. Alright, so we do the things that are obvious first. So let's do. Yeah, we have to just kill it. And then maybe we die. Don't get on the objective, but it is what it is. Do I put my infiltrators out here too? Maybe I do. I think actually I'm going to deploy my infiltrators back here as well.
Yeah, that's
within
fine.
9 inches of this guy.
Oh, where's the button? Oh, there it is.
If you want to shoot them, you can shoot them. But I have to get a unit over here.
It just has to be off this table edge, right? So they have to be 6 here. Because this is mine.
It can't be off your table edge.
Right, but this is my table edge.
No, this is your table edge.
Is it?
Your table edge is the short table edge. Pretty sure. You can double check.
Usually it's whichever one has the most surface area in your deployment zone.
I have it open.
Yeah, it's the long table edge.
Is it really?
Can confirm. Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. You can't see it on stream, but I'm looking at it on my stream.
Oh, Death and Zeal. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the rule of thumb is whichever table edge has the longest like contact with your deployment zone. is almost 100% of the time your table edge. So
Wow.
I think they can come in 6 here. They just can't. Like, they can come in here because you measure off this table edge. They just can't come in here.
I mean, I might as well come in here at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, just make it so I can shoot you.
We just want to be able to walk onto the objective, potentially.
Yep.
We might as well come in here and make it theoretically hard for you to shoot me with an exocrine. Slightly harder. Okay. All right. So shooting phase. Yep. So we will shoot with these eradicators into the screamer killer. The red ones will be extra damage. Hitting on 4s with a reroll. And wounding
3s?
on 2s.
2s? Yeah.
How do you guys
AP
save?
4, right? So I'm at a 2. Or I'm on a 6. Yeah, they both go through.
So
that's D6
this
plus
is
1. And that's
yeah,
D6
this is
minus
D6.
1.
So
I'll
that one's
take 5,
6.
so I'm just dead. Yeah, I just
and then
died
this
that
one is
'cause
4.
yeah, so he's dead.
Okay, so we can skip the rest of that. This corner. So we have 2 different units and maybe even 3 that can move on to it. All right. In the middle, wait.
Oh, Crusher Stampede would be so nice, chat. They should have just never released the new Tyranid
only have
Codex.
one thing that they want to shoot at. So this
Just
purple
release an
squad,
index that like fixes all the dumb wording in the old Tyranid Codex.
has a heavy melta and a regular, and the back guy can't shoot. So the red is extra damage. They're going to shoot into the exocrine.
-1 to hit me.
Yeah, we did
Minus
not.
3, I guess.
Oh no, we should have been able to. This guy is supposed to be.
Yeah, that's fine. Gotta
Yeah,
get you
more
a
than
box
that.
of spirit on that guy.
No, I don't have the CP.
Yeah.
1 reroll. 3 hits.
Beyond 3s. Okay.
3 wounds.
4s. 2 go through. Oh my god.
Okay.
Dude. Are you kidding me? I'll take 8.
And
But
again,
Tyranids of the Broken Army, chat. Tyranids are too powerful, but fucking 2 Eradicators could do 12 damage. Whatever. Why do I even get -1 to hit? You just have fucking floating rerolls everywhere. Cool.
3 wounds. Oops, that's a pass. Only 1 fail.
Yep.
6 more damage.
Yeah.
Just roll 6s.
This might be my last turn here. I tried my best, but I can't do it against that. Take 3. Jesus Christ, dude.
Alright.
You know it was too strong, though?
So-
Tyranid Warriors. They have 2 damage melee weapon. That was too strong. But Eradicators you shoot, like, for casual 18. It's fine. Like, the same point cost
I mean,
per
I'm gonna
bottle.
get 1 primary again
Fuck me.
next time. Well, actually, no, I might be able to hold this one. Oh, my hands are so cold. Also, I need to do something. I gotta take a quick pause. Is it 5 p.m.? Oh, it's
5:21.
5:20. I'm a little behind. I need like a 5-minute pause here, real quick.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, Marines are fucking stupid, chat. Like, that was 2 models.
Mute myself.
But because they have so many fucking, like, layered rerolls and floating rerolls and all this bullshit, they just convert 100%. Literally, 6 shots on 4s into 3s and 100% wounded. Whatever. That's so dumb. 11 damage on a 225-point piece of garbage with a defensive buff on it. All right, I'm gonna go to break chat real quick here, just because I am gonna get some stuff done while Valdor's off. I'll be back in a moment. Let's see if this works. Is it gonna be weird? It's gonna be weird. Ready? Oh no, it's fine.
Just literally can't shoot anything.
I'm back.
Actually, that's okay.
Stuck with Marines since 6th edition. So many ups and downs. Rock at the start of the edition, we could push back a little bit with each codex. Yeah, I mean the problem is that like because Marines are so highly
I think
pushed,
what we do is we put
and because so many people have them, they're like
heavy flamers.
they're like
and the light
they're like
flamers and
unreasonably
these guys.
oppressive when they're
Probably
good.
the light.
Like the game just ends when Space Marines are good, so you can't let them be good. Like the platonic ideal is that the top Space Marine chapter is at like 52% or something. The supplemental ones are whatever because they're like harder to switch into.
To kill this guy.
But when like Salamanders and Iron Hands are the best armies in the game's over. It's like unplayable. Because like just every single every single player becomes a Space Marine player. So like these armies should be bad, I think, for the game to be healthy.
Can't afford that. I guess we can throw a crack grenade into that guy because it can't kill him.
That's true. I got 4 wounds.
So I think what we'll do is we'll go first with the these
Yeah, go
Assault
play-
Marines.
Go play Horus Heresy.
Actually, no, that's
You want to play the
dumb.
Marine game?
These-
You go play Horus Heresy.
Oh, I've got. I just shot with all my eradicators, right? Yeah.
You shot with these ones.
I did. Did I shoot with these ones?
No.
No, I didn't shoot with them at all, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right, but it's because if I kill him, then I can shoot your Neurothrope with my eradicators. That was the thing. Right. Okay. So,
Tyranids just
these
need...
Assault Marines.
We just need the
are
stupid
gonna shoot
Necron treatment.
their
Or they just give everything
flamers and
core.
their plasma
It's like
pistol
ridiculous that
into the Gene
Eradicators get like
Stealers,
full rerolls and Exocrines fucking down.
and they're
So
gonna
stupid.
throw a crack grenade into the Ripper Swarm.
Okay.
I'm not gonna bother overcharging my plasma pistol. So plasma pistol misses, will reroll,
Nice.
hits,
Okay.
doesn't wound, and then the flamers 6, wounding on 3s, 5 at AP1.
So 5s. 2 die. It's a 9-inch charge. And these are... Oh, you have pistols? Yeah? Oh, no, these are out of...
Yeah, I'm not firing the pistol.
Yeah,
I guess I have to.
I think
fire
they're
the
out of line of
pistol.
sight. I don't think they can see anything.
Yeah.
I'm just
Let you
gonna
guys die?
believe in my Neurothrope over here.
Okay, and then the crack grenade into the Ripper guy hits. Wound, you take 2 wounds.
Yeah. Oh, I don't.
This land speeder is gonna.
Ripper's definitely
Not gonna risk.
right?
Do you have to shoot all your weapons?
I don't believe so.
Okay. He's just gonna put his multi-melta into the Exocrine then,
Okay.
because he's out of range of these guys now. Yeah. So, he's still hitting on 4s, right? Yep, 4s with a reroll. 2 hits, wounding on 3s.
Yay.
Oh, no wound.
Good job, Exocrine.
Do I think I can take it out with eliminators? I mean, we could roll the dice. 6 damage at most. It's possible. I mean, the only thing I'm losing out on is one shot on the guy that's on 12, which isn't super relevant. Sure. We'll. Oh, but nah. We'll just shoot the other eradicators into him. It's fine. We'll just shoot the eliminators at the narrow throat.
Okay.
So these eradicators shoot the exocrine.
Sure.
These will be the ones that do extra damage. Oh. 2 hits. One wound.
Goes through.
Anything but, well, I guess you have field openings.
Yeah.
5 damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's dead. Does he freak out? Oh, it doesn't matter. There's nobody here.
Okay. We'll
That was real dumb.
try to get.
I wonder what the odds are that I
with
die
our
there.
eliminator. Sure.
To 5
We'll put our
eradication shots.
eliminators into the
With -1 to be hit, 4 plus invuln, and 5 plus damage ignore.
Earth rope. Hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounding on 3s. Okay.
Okay, slow roll.
Double 1.
Good.
No.
And goes through. I'll have to eat it. That's all the shooting, right? Because those guys can't shoot, and those guys already did their thing, yeah. Goodbye,
Probably.
eliminators.
I haven't looked around, but that's probably all the shooting.
Cool.
These guys don't have anything relevant. These guys don't have anything relevant. Those guys aren't going to shoot because they don't want to kill that guy. That is everything. So charge phase. We're just going to charge this Ripper Swarm
Okay.
with our Assault Marines.
Poor Ripper Swarm.
8. Guess we won't take this objective because you're 5 mana obsec.
Yeah. If you just want to do pylons, I'll pull him.
I'm just deciding how
Oh yeah, features, okay.
These guys advance, so they can't charge. So yeah, it's just a tornado that can charge. And I assume you don't care if I roll it or
Yeah.
do you want me to?
Yeah, do you want to just do
No.
pylons?
Sure. So we'll pile in these
Like,
guys.
I don't know if it really matters so much. Yeah.
That'll be it.
Yeah, just watch out. Your bases are... Yeah. Goodbye, Ripper Swarm.
Solid.
You did good, son. You literally cost your opponent more CP than you cost, so that was good. We did it.
And then this guy will come in here and like come in like this. Yep. And charge phase, fight phase, morale phase. And do these guys need morale?
Nah, they got the synapse
Or is
here.
that a synapse?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're good. All right. Well, that was... It could have been worse. It was unfortunate, but we
So we do
survived.
score shock tactics, and we do score.
Do you? No, you don't. You haven't taken any of my objectives.
Oh no, I don't. Never mind.
You get
we do
3 for bring, 4 for bring it down. 4. Should be 4. Yeah, there you go. Okie dokie. I get 2 banners. And then we're doing command phase stuff. So I'm going to pick my imperative at the start of the battle round. We'll do +1 to cast. And deny and 5 up against mortals. These guys can shoot 12 inches. I almost wonder if this exocrine just leaves these dudes off. Those guys automatically get to that objective next turn.
Yes.
Losing an exocrine there is unfortunate. I don't know if I can come back from that. Turns out, all your models are twice as expensive as they should
Like,
be.
this is one of those games where I will definitely score very low on Promethean Creed.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I should have put that.
I mean, I don't think I
got
can
lucky.
score. I don't think I'm going to be able to score more than like 5, 6 on it.
I did get
And
lucky
maybe
with
I'll
the
zero.
with the
And maybe
movement.
I'll zero shock tactics too. Maybe I'll get a 4 on
These
shock
guys
tactics.
are here to screen, so we don't get bummed by eradicators again. Do we just have to throw a bunch of Carnifexes over here and hope for the best? It feels bad, but it is what it is.
I do have bottom of round 5 scoring, but all my fast units are about to be dead.
Okay.
I'm
So
about to have a bunch of models on both corner objectives.
I think we'll siphon. This guy has to siphon himself because that's how he works. And then we'll keep a siphon back here, and we'll put a siphon on Swarmlord. I will go to movement. Oh, and then rerolls and stuff. I'll put +1 here and rerolls here, I think. And then obsec here. You can't intervene unless I declare you as a charge target, right? Just kind of hang out.
Yeah, it's in response to being charged, I believe.
Cool. So I will.
When I charge, it's declared against the Salamanders unit from your army. This is the only time I have to use that strat.
Yeah, I'll just advance these guys. 5. You're obsec because of Rights of War, right? And there's one dude there. So we can go 13. It's kind of cute, I guess. Stay here. Don't go anywhere. I don't think that guy can move any further. Cool. I'll advance this Screamer Killer to, so he goes 13. It's not a very good roll, but it's what we got. So 12, 13. This guy will just move. Swarmy. This guy will go here. Not on the terrain. So he doesn't see anyone besides, I guess, the aggressors. I'd like to see these guys, but they'd have to be off the objective, I think. So I think I just go here. Okay.
This guy's too close.
Oh, look at that. I got farther than I thought. Let's see. To hold this down. So you can't come off my table edge, but you can come in my deployment zone this turn, right? So that's how it works.
Yes. So I guess that means I
You
can
could
come
come
over
over
here, which
here.
is bizarre.
Yeah. So we have you screened here from last turn. These guys will just advance and screen this area. I think I just get domed by eradicators here, unfortunately. So you could go here. So we need a guy there. And we need a guy here. It's not great, but it's what we got.
Theory being this isn't enough space.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, right? For 3.
Yeah, that's good.
Swarmy will stand here. Here. So, gonna hit these aggressors. His smite will hit the eradicators, I guess. Maybe we get big. Maybe we get lucky. We'll put these friends over here. Let's see. This sexy Kren is fine right now. Anybody who runs up in there just gets killed.
So it's weird. So there's no man's land that's on your battlefield edge that I can't come in on
What's that?
effectively. For reserves. Like this area that's not on your deployment zone, but it is on your battlefield edge.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre.
Oh.
I mean, I believe you. It's just
Well, the 40k rule is weird and convoluted and doesn't make sense.
yeah, I know.
Crazy.
What happened to Raven Guard? Where I could just come in wherever I wanted, you know?
I know. Whatever happened to that army? Alright. Just throw in mortals, I guess, over here. Okay. We want Swarmlord to be in link range so he can broadcast. He wants to be in link range so he can broadcast. This guy wants to be like over here somewhere. All right. That is my movement. We'll go to psychic. I will cast onslaught with the dude way in the back. Nailed it. We'll put that on the guy who advanced. He'll cast catalyst. Nailed it. We'll put that on cover girl. Sure. That's him done. Let's see. The Neurothrope back here will cast smite. This is the resonance barb guy. It goes off on a 7. You want to deny me? So this will be into the aggressors.
Oh, sorry. I got distracted. Which guy?
Yeah, this dude. He's smiting.
Was off on a 9?
On a 7.
Okay, I'll deny it.
It's supposed to be in 3.
Nope.
Cool. So D3 to the aggressors in the middle for 1. You get a 5 up against. His next power will be Psychic Scream, I think. Goes off on an 11, so it'll be another D3 to them for 1 more. Amazing. Rolling so good.
They feel up paying that.
The Swarm Lord will cast Smite. Yeah. Goes off on an 8. Same deal. 3. Yay, there we go.
Kills.
Got him. Okay. And then he'll cast Paroxysm. Because the other guy doesn't have that, right? He has garbage. Oh, we're gonna use that to heal him back. He has horror, yeah. So we'll cast the Paroxysm. Goes off. We'll put it onto the squad over there, the assault squad. So no Overwatch. And then this guy will go. He'll cast Smite +2. Super into the Eradicators, I believe, because the guy in the front died. Yeah. Oh no,
Okay.
I think it was always the Eradicators actually. Let's go. Roll 6. Oh, he did. The dice abide. They have taken away, and now it's time for them to giveth. Yay, we got one. That's very exciting. And then he'll cast the Behemoth power, I guess. Or he could cast the horror. They are leadership 7.
Their leadership is the chaplain's leadership.
Oh, yeah, so the horror doesn't do anything.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, so we'll just do the Behemoth power. Goes off. I'll just put it on the guy in front here. He's going to charge the land speeder. +1 to wound. All right. I don't know where my +1 wound token. There it is. There you go, buddy. That is the psychic phase. Shooting. Exocrin's going to shoot the aggressors.
Which one's Paroxysm? I guess they're over here.
It's the
Oh,
yeah, it'll be
token
the
for it.
-1. So we get 7 on 3s. On 3s.
Oh, this is where I could decide if I have to transhuman
Oh.
before you started shooting.
Did you want to?
It's fine. Obviously, I'm not.
Oh yeah, I guess not now.
You didn't roll any
I
threes,
would've
so it didn't
rerolled,
matter.
yeah. So they just die. AP 4, 3 damage.
AP 4, 3 damage. Yep, they just died.
Yay. This Screamer Killer in the front will shoot the aggressors back here. Is this guy line of sight to
Do
them?
I want to transhuman them? Venom tropes have guns?
Nah,
No.
they do. They have a mortal wound thing that they'll do. They might do 1 damage to somebody.
And how many things can your
This
Screamer
guy,
Killers
he can
see?
just shoot this stuff in the middle. I don't think he can see these guys.
And both of them have guns?
Yeah, but it's only 18. So this guy can shoot anything in here. Well, he's declaring here. This guy can only shoot this stuff, or maybe like the land speeder. I don't know.
Whatever. Just I don't care. Just roll your
Yeah.
shots.
D6. 4. Hits on 3s because he has the +1 on him. Wins on 3s. EP 4, 1 damage. So we just clip 1.
Which squad?
These guys.
Okay, so it just kills one.
Yep. The red guy will shoot the Eradicators. Yeah. He's -1 to hit because he has to go through the dents, unfortunately, but we might get a guy if we roll good. 3 shots. Hits on 5s. Rerolling everything? No, the dream is dead. No wins. Fair enough. This guy doesn't have any shots. That's all the shooting. We'll go to charges. This Screamer Killer. I'm gonna just see what he needs. It would be a 6 to charge both here. It looks like.
Sure.
Let's do it. He'll charge both.
I'll
do
be
anything?
watching.
All right.
We'll see if we get any 6s with our Melta.
Please don't. You've been good at it so far.
Reroll.
there it is.
Oh.
3 or 2. I save on a 6. No. So it'd be D6 plus 1. I'll take 4. That's pretty good.
And then Flamer. 5.
On force.
Moving on force. 2 wounds.
2 on 3s. Take nothing. All right. Could have been worse. I will roll a 6 now. Please. Don't make me reroll. Yay. It listened. Yeah, we'll just go here, I guess. Actually, this guy wants to go. He kind of wants to go kind of far. We'll go there. This guy will charge these guys. 5 inches should be fine. There it is. That is all the charging. Start of the fight phase, the Venom Throbes will just ping an Eradicator on a 3+. They do. Take a mortal. Get me go. Aw.
Nope.
That Linny's so good. This Screamer Killer will go first, just into the space, into the Assault Marine Squad. Do a pile in over here. Rolls 11 attacks. On 3s. Re-rolling. And then on 2s. All of them.
And on 6s.
Yep. Oh, they tried.
Almost.
So I eat that guy. Oh, I do!
There's another guy.
Delicious. 4th time's a charm. He will go here. This Screamer Killer, and yeah, you can't interrupt, right? Because you're out of CP. Done it.
Also, I'm not going to
Yeah, I don't think that would that would not be very good. Do I want to do a piling with him?
Actually, I'm just going to... I don't need this.
Yeah, let me think about where he wants to stand. I think he might just stand in this back corner so you don't reserve back here. Yeah, that's fine. All right.
I guess I can see if I blow up and deal a mortal wound to you.
Oh, yeah, that would be cute.
No.
So I'll pay that CP I just got to overrun that guy, and I think he's gonna do this. So the Eradicator squad can't come in the back here.
Okay. So he's off the objective, but he's screening out the Eradicators.
Yeah.
Kind of a bit further, I think. Like 10th of an inch or so.
Yeah, I guess you could do this, right? So I need to come back a little bit back. Like that? Like that?
No, that's good. That's good.
Cool. Okay. And I guess this guy could be in the corner there. Probably good. It's going to do me
So I
with
can
this
come in
consolidate.
here, but that's it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. That is my turn. I'll flip it.
Okay. I once again score 4. Oh, you scored 12, right?
No, I only got 8. Right? Because you had
Oh, is this only
2?
around? This is only around 3, right?
Yeah, you had 2, and I had 2. Right?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't give myself anything. I do kill a unit on an objective and take. I didn't take an objective. Oh, yeah, I didn't take an objective. I just killed, so I get 2. Oh no, I killed and yeah, I didn't take. Good. If I take objectives, it's really bad. We don't want to do that.
All right. So command phase, reroll hits and melee.
This game is so stressful,
fails,
chat.
Excellent.
I'm trying so hard.
Probably feeling pain goes off. Oh, rerolling hits and melee. Rip. Movement phase. Do any of these guys need to move? If I shoot through the venom throws, do they give me a -1?
No, it's only stuff that's inside the aura, which is nothing right now.
I guess alternatively, if I this is not my Promethean Creed objective anyways.
Yeah.
And these guys are just here. But they probably want to be getting an angle on this guy. So these guys should come here.
I'm trying, chat. I'm doing my best. I'm about to be flamered.
That guy.
Can get rid of these siphon tokens. They don't do anything. I mean, I'm doing better than I thought too, chat, for sure. I think I mean, it's because I go in first, right? Like, that's the whole thing.
Oh, that's actually pretty easy.
It's a game if I go first.
These guys will pick up that guy.
You get 4 this turn, right?
I hold 2.
You hold this one?
Oh yeah, so only
And I have contesting here, and I have this one. And nobody's there.
Oh, are these guys opposite?
Yeah, that's why they have this big token. It says OPSEC next
Oh,
to it.
oh.
Yeah, the Swarm Lord pointed it out in the command phase.
Got it.
Yep.
Well, this one's easy. Although I think I will want to actually
Getting the
advance with the pink spot.
Cranial Feast trigger
Pink
was
spot
huge
will
right there.
advance.
That was so big. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it because the
Alright.
Cranial Feast is like so awkward to score.
So they're just gonna hide there.
What if I killed 6 aggressors? This is the 3 wounders. So that's 24 wounds. And then all the... oh no, 27. And all the Assault Marines. 1, 2, 3. So that's... yeah, 27. So I have 5 on no prisoners right now. Oh my god, I'm trying. I really... honestly, I think after I didn't see the Carnifex play on the first turn, I probably should have lost. And I got bailed out by my dice a little bit because
well, it is what it is.
I was like allowed to I got the Screamer Killer up there. I sixed the advance roll and got the 7-inch charge. I needed a 13 on 3d6 with like 1 reroll basically. Which is like it's a coin flip, but I shouldn't have had to go for it. I should have been able to put a Carnifex here.
The orange squad will advance.
Drop the Paroxysm down against the unit that I
I did
charged.
get it.
And I take a little bit of damage from the Flamers on the
Oh, no, I
the
don't want that advanced
assault
orange
squads, and then
squad.
it's fine.
Do I? Let me see if they can get any shots with 5 inches. No, I don't want to advance them.
Crush
They're
the
just-
Warrior, thanks for the follow.
What am I talking about? Actually, wait a minute. Give me a second. If I move them 5, can they see anything?
They're probably out of
They're
range,
out of
right?
range.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they go this way,
Yeah, they're like 32 inches away.
they can't see anything. So they should just advance. So yeah, actually I did the right thing.
Yeah, just watch this shot, I guess.
Yeah, I mean I'm gonna get shot. It's nothing I can do.
Alright, fair enough. Understood.
Next round we can shoot something.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring in the other eradicators over here. Though. I want to kill the Executant or the Screamer Killer. I guess we can force you to just kill these guys here, and then you can't file in and consolidate to touch anybody.
Well, they can't come in off this edge, right?
Oh, I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. So I think it'd be tough to shoot him with them.
I guess they're coming in over here then.
Yeah.
Is Warlord screened? Oh, by Tyranids. Why is this button not working? Oh, there it is. You get one guy into those.
Oh, didn't pre-measure that.
That sucks.
Yeah, I guess so. Wouldn't be
I
a
mean, I
great
guess
shot.
we could just pick up these venom throats here with something else, so we don't have to deal with them.
I'm doing, yeah. Shock Tactics is like low-key a really bad secondary. I think the problem is that everyone got really good at playing against Long War, and it's just Long War. It's like almost identical, right? And so like everyone who played against Heretic Astartes
I guess the other thing is
in
I'm not gonna be
Nephilim
able to
like
pull that
knows
guy. I
how to
gotta
counterattack.
pull these guys back farther because I can't take out the Screamer Killer now. I always forget that. I'm too used. I don't know why I thought it was the short edge. I always thought it was the short edge.
I don't know.
I guess to me it makes more sense if it's the short edge. I don't know. I don't know why I think that.
Yeah.
$20.7 plus a bunch of turns. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be tough. Feel like 3, 11. I'd probably need like a 12 on 3d6 basically.
Yeah. I mean, last time you got it no problem, so.
Did. I should have had the Screamer Killer there to begin with. Were I to play this game again, I would do that differently.
I think we just gotta keep bringing in stuff back here.
Yep.
Because this is the most important objective.
So if he gets Promethean Creed, which it scores at 2 points to start, right? So he gets 6 on that if I just don't go over there and don't do anything to it, which is probably fine. I can seed a 6 just like not to deal with that objective. And then he gets an 8 this coming turn if I do that, and then a 12.
Honestly, maybe we just get so that we're within.
So he would be up 20, 45, 51.
Like
Probably pick up 2, bring it down this turn.
You can only
53.
Shoot. You only have one gun, so you have
I think
to
we're
shoot
okay.
one
I think we're on the clear here.
I guess this is the ideal angle anyways, so maybe we just... Oh, I can't come in. I can come in here, right?
You got bonus last turn, by the way, because you took the middle. Yeah, you can come there. Should be out of range, though.
So we have to come in this turn. We moved these guys already, right? Yeah, we did. We didn't move these aggressors. We're
Yeah,
not
just
gonna be able to
watch your clock.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I hope we made it through, chat. I'm crossing my fingers over here. Oh, God. Yeah, so like the middle objective, I basically instead of taking objectives from my opponent, I'm only contesting them because then he can't take them from me. Shock Tactics checks every objective at the start of the turn and says if you hold the objectives that your opponent takes at the end, then you get 4 points. So if I just don't hold any of the objectives that Valdor can take, then he doesn't get any points for Shock Tactics. So like he had one objective secured model on the objective here. I put 1 Venom Throw up here. So it's contested. He doesn't score off of it, but then he can't take it back for Shock Tactics. He'll get the Death and Zeal points for taking an objective he didn't control at the start, but he doesn't get the points for me controlling the objective because no one had it.
I guess we can pull back, so only 17.4. Is that this? That everything moving. So these guys need to come out to shoot. I guess earth shots at venom tropes. Psychic phase. Invisible power. Was off on a 6.
Trying to stop you. I +1 deny this turn. Denied on 8. No invuln for you.
Fight first.
Oop.
Perils. I will CP that. It's off on a 6.
Trying to stop you. Give me a dice. Denied on 8 again.
Oh, did you? Okay, excellent. So that's psychic. Shooting phase. Alright, so I just have to sequence correctly. That guy's not on the train, so these purple guys can only shoot this screamer killer, right? Because this guy is protected and that guy's protected. Everything's protected. Yep. So everything into that.
Goodbye,
screamer killer. Okay. 1 hit.
For now. There it is.
1 wound.
6. Nope. Goes through. How much damage? 2.
3 damage.
Okay.
So down to 2.
I'm minus 1 damage, so I'll take 2 from that.
Yeah.
So I have 3 left.
And then again.
Nice. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
2 wounds.
Yeah, all 6s. The 2 wounds actually, right? It doesn't matter, I die.
Okay.
Or you.
These aggressors want to tickle you and not kill you.
I love being tickled.
But if we kill you, it's not the end of the world, so whatever.
Please
So
don't
we'll
kill me
just
with 2
roll our
aggressors.
attack.
That would be sad.
Number of shots. We don't get to reroll the number of shots. 15. Wounding on 4s.
That's pretty good.
10 wounds if you won.
I'm not just on 2s here. They don't ignore cover, right? They're not Centurions. Take 2.
Yeah. Do you have light cover?
Yeah, the red guy. He's got he's the Spore Cyst guy, so he's got the perma cover. Take 1.
This is not this is the one that does work, not the one that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's an upgrade. It costs 15 points. Back to you. It's the imperative that doesn't work.
These aggressors can only shoot venom tropes. Actually, we should shoot with these characters. So first character will shoot a venom trope. Are they -1 to hit?
Yes. Yeah, they affect themselves with their aura.
Okay, so we're hitting on a 4. Nope. Second character. Nope. That was fast. Aggressors.
Into the venom tropes.
Rerolling shots. 18 shots.
Nice.
Wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s.
If
That
you want,
many
yeah.
at -1.
So I save on 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many is? Oh, 10. So there's 1 guy left on 2.
This is just the 3. This is just these 3 aggressors over here. So
Yeah.
I have more aggressors.
Yeah. Are you just gonna shoot with all this stuff? So they'll just die.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's nothing else for them to shoot, so you could just remove them. It
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah. That's fine.
matter.
I was like, if you want to
Um,
be cheeky and charge them or something, like I'll hold them, but if not, it doesn't matter.
These guys don't shoot any. Oh, actually, that is a little bit of an issue, so they can't hide.
Can they
whatever.
not?
If you want to shoot them, you can. Those guys don't have anything to shoot. Nothing to shoot.
Oh, after it
So
shoots.
it's just the charge phase.
If you want to just say you shot through those guys first, like I'm fine with that. If you don't just peek them behind the wall, I actually am not sure I can. Oh, I guess I could get line of sight over here. So if you want to just park.
I mean,
them
I've
there,
locked
that's
this objective a while ago, so it doesn't.
fine. Did you?
I don't actually think it's worth it for you to shoot them.
These ones don't lock though, right?
Oh, they have OBSEC from right support.
Right, but the only the no man's land objectives lock.
Oh, only the no man's land? I didn't realize that.
I believe that is the case. I'll double check though. I have it paused.
Okay.
It is.
Again, I haven't played and.
Oh yeah. Oh no! If you control an objective marker, then you can, okay. It's data scry salvage. Only the no man's lands lock for whatever reason. Yeah, so you have that
Yeah,
locked.
if you want to shoot these guys, you can. I don't
could have
think it's
left
worth
with my
it.
Tyrant
They're
already
too
ages ago.
safe and cover.
That's me giving up efficiency here now. All right, back on you.
And it's just charge phase. You can put the time on me if you want.
Yep.
Here. We'll do the close charge. You're at 8 wounds. God.
Mm-hmm.
Can I even kill you? I mean, I have to try, right? Maybe if I. Oh God. Maybe if I don't get him with the green squad, I just don't charge with anybody, because then I won't kill you, and then you'll just get free attacks.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so we'll charge with. Oh, do you have the CP to interrupt?
Yeah,
You
I have a bunch.
do. However, I have the CP to transhuman. How many times did I punch you? 8 times?
Plus, I have a damage ignore, so you have to do like 12-ish. And a 2+.
Oh, you have the 5-up ignore?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm saving on 5s, ignoring on 5s right now against you.
Yeah, fuck it. We're just not gonna bother.
Yeah.
It'll also save me time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's a great charge.
So your turn.
Cool. So I'll hold 2. And you get 3 that turn, or 3 for bonus, right? Because you killed a unit on an objective and you took an objective.
Yes.
In fact, you took 2 objectives. Look at that. Cool.
Were you holding that objective? No. So
No,
I don't.
yeah, I wasn't on this one, and I contested this one. You'd have to take this one, but that would have been tough. All right. So what do we have to do here? I think we. These guys. Who's the Rights of War guy again? These guys are supposed to be in it, right? Will it be? They're supposed to be in it, right? The aggressors.
What? Sorry, someone was texting me.
Oh,
what
sure.
did you say?
The aggressors are supposed to be in it, right?
Oh yeah,
Rights of War.
that's my bad. That's because I doubled and wasn't paying attention.
Yep. All good. You get 2 rounds of shooting at me.
I had to be more than 18 from that guy was the main thing.
Yeah. And I assume they're supposed to be in the litany too, right? Something like that. Yeah. I can pump the buffs into this Screamer Killer, which I think we're gonna do. You have 2, so you can like joint Overwatch people. So if I just eat the aggressors and stand here for a bit, that's probably okay. And then you just kill me with Eradicators, and we're out when we call it a draw. Can I escape these guys? Potentially. And then I have to deal with these guys, but maybe we can smite those guys, so it might be okay. Okay. You don't have
I feel my pain was more important than the reroll hits and melee.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not coming into the brick. I would be dead. All right, so siphons will be here And here. And here. The sergeants anywhere? You do have sergeants over there. Who do I get overwatched by? What's the distance you overwatch at for the strat?
Within 12 inches of the unit that was charged.
Okay, yeah. So I guess if I go there, I'm probably okay. I think this guy's gonna get the buffs regardless, so he's gonna get the +1 and chapter master. This is gonna fall off in a sec. That's gonna fall off in a sec. The siphons are down. This guy doesn't have one because he's just casting smite. So what I'm gonna do is, how do I kill these two aggressors over here though? No, I think I just have to stay back here and not get too like aggressive into the aggressors. So yeah, he's just gonna come chill with them, I think, and not be in range of any like cheeky eradicators. This guy is going to be back here. Oh, he can see them though, unfortunately. Yeah, that is what it is. I can't like afford to leave the objective. Swarmy. We'll hang out in the front. Right. Or does Swarmy go ham? He's worth 2 victory points. He'll roll in advance. Okay, well, he's not going to go anywhere. He's decided against discretion being the better part of valor. He's just going to stay there. We're going to be closer to these guys. The Exocrine would love to shoot one of these units in the middle. So he's going to go here. We'll move the big distance. You could shoot me with 2 guys. Unless I just decide to shoot these guys and not touch the terrain. That's probably the best course of action anyway, honestly. So we're going to do that. This screamy killy boy is going to hide for a bit. Hope that these guys can't see him. I don't believe that they can.
I just like, you
know. This guy is chilling here. These guys are going to advance for. We'll all screen them, and they'll come hang out in the front, in the middle objective if they feel like it later. Please don't punch me through the wall, they say. Okay. This guy wants to be here, so he has everybody in range for all the buffs. These Gene Stealers are somehow alive. They're really just excited about their lot in life. Yeah, so he's gonna smite there. He's gonna smite there. He can see both of them. He's gonna smite there. The Gene Stealers will roll in advance. 1 inch. Good, what a time to be alive. If they sit on this objective, you will shoot them with an Eradicator and get points for them. So they're just going to stand back here for now. Otherwise, you have to kill this Carnifex, and that's much harder. All right. Let's do some stuff. I have 4 CP right now. I actually think I'm gonna pay one of those to regenerate this guy and for a point. Hopefully that means he doesn't die to like 2 eradicators. All right, shooting phase or psychic phase. I'll do this guy first into
Which
the.
guy?
What's up?
Oh, this guy. Okay, this guy.
No, this guy is gonna smite here
This guy. Okay.
into these guys. Oh, sorry.
Well,
He's
you
gonna
need to
smite
name
here.
your Neurothreat.
He's gonna smite here. Actually, I don't care about
Mine
that.
the blue
switch.
dice got.
I'm gonna hold that one because I don't care about
Okay.
that smite. I care much more about the smites than these guys. So we'll do this guy first.
Okay.
Yeah, it's green, purple, and red, and then I just forget sometimes. It goes off on a 12 because I'm +2 to cast.
Sure.
So just hit for d6 for a 4. That's something. For a 2.
Takes 2.
I guess I will. I'll try a Neuroparasite on them because I have the buff. Goes off an 11, so 13. I just do a mortal wound on a 6. No mortal wounds. This guy, Swarm Lord, will do a smite on 3 dice, drop the lowest. On an 8, into the same unit.
Let's go ahead and deny that one. Denied.
Okay, and then Psychic Scream on 3 dice. Can't deny anymore, so D3. Yeah, they're the closest. For 2. Do we get that guy in the back?
Nope.
That's him done. This guy will cast. He's kind of worthless right now. I should have paroxysmed. That's fine. He'll hold on. This guy back here will do Catalyst. Did it. We'll take the ones that don't perils me, and we'll just pass it all the way to the Carnifex. Here you go, buddy. And then he'll cast the Behemoth Power, I guess. Goes off, so +1 to wounds. And now I think if this guy smites into those guys, it's like really not great for me. So I should have.
+1 to wound in melee, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That is my psychic. Yeah. Well, I could smite and maybe kill a guy. Does that increase my charge distance? It's an automatic charge right now. It would put me to a 3 if I accidentally kill somebody. Yeah. So it doesn't really feel very necessary. I would get to not get overwatched by the extra guy. I will smite with him. Let's go. I'll take a 10. Just do D3. Just 1. Didn't matter. All right. We'll do the shooting phase. The Screamer Killer will just shoot them. D6. 4 on 3s. 3 hits on 3s. Yeah, I won't. Yeah, I'll reroll that one because I can. With the Swarmlord's buff. On 3s. 4 damage. AP 4. Oh, they're on 6 up in cover. So it gets 1.
So take 3.
Cool. And then the Exocrine will shoot at the red guys. I'll give it the you didn't get the invuln save off, right? So they're just on a 6
Second
up.
power's off.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
they're
spend.
just in cover.
I'm gonna spend the CP for exploding 6s just in case, because I have lots of CP. We get 7 on 3s. 6s explode.
Yeah. Okay. They're just. That's fine.
All right, Exocrine. Yeah. That's it for that. We'll do charges into the aggressor.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
do you wanna
overwatch
overwatch
you.
it? No.
Not worth it.
So I'll just go here. I will. I'm not gonna do any strats.
You already have +1 to wound, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. I just removed it.
Cool. I'll pay.
You only
to...
need to get one. You only need to get one hit through, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
And they didn't have a sergeant, right? That was a combat squad. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fine.
I'll pay to overrun him, and he's gonna run back to safety. Please don't kill me with your scary eradicators. So I don't believe these guys will be able to see me, right? Because you could shoot like this. So you could charge me here. We could maybe make it a 5. Does that put me in line of sight? Yes. Okay. So it'll be like a 4. All right. That's the best I can do. And he's protecting that guy. So that is going to be my turn. I didn't kill a unit on objective, and... Oh, no, I did. I killed a unit on objective, so I get 2.
Yep.
And we pass it to you.
I
get
hold 2 now.
And it's Promethean
Okay.
Creed.
And I get Promethean Creed finally. He's all out of range.
Yeah, should be. X-Crid's running away. Please don't touch me. Oh, I should have gotten banners that turn. Should be up to 6. Right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
These orange eradicators will advance then. Oh, I guess I need to do my command phase, but whatever. These guys go 11.
I guess the OBSEC is on this Carnifex in case it matters. I don't think that makes a difference, but it might.
Let me do my litanies. Reroll hits. Goes off. Feel no pain. Goes off. Okay.
The weird thing is the objectives lock, chat. So if I just seed this one to Valdor, he gets struck back.
These guys get any
I think
shots
it's
on
okay. If I get an 8, I'll be at 68 plus whatever my banners ticks up to. I might be able to tick up to an 11 on banners. I guess it would take. I get 1 and then I give up shock tactics, so that would be bad. And Valdor gets a 12er.
These infiltrators will advance.
So he'd be at 53. He'd have to make up 15 points on secondary, and I don't think that's possible. Promethean Creed is really bad in this mission, actually. Because I went first.
This objective is also locked. That matters.
Ugh. Did we get out of this game, chat? Did we beat? Are we 2 Space Marines down in Black Crusade? So I just get to get destroyed by fucking Astra Militarum.
And these guys will just shoot anything.
What are the placings in Black Crusade right now? Chaos Knights, number 1. Astra Militarum, number 2, and number 3. Orcs, number 4 and 5. And then Wolf on Mibu is playing Emperor's Children. Are we the last game? Wild. Oh no, not even close. Like half the games haven't ticked over yet. Oh, blue stars in this event?
Can't shoot anything. Can't get on any objectives.
At least I didn't go second at Orcs. Yeah, that would be brutal. Orcs going first is the most like degenerate thing.
How does shock assault score?
I think somebody was
Told
on
by your opponent.
on stream was like asking what the most annoying. Oh, I think it was in a comment maybe. They were like, "What's the most annoying like army to play into?" And I was like, "It might be Orcs." The new one might be World Eaters. Evidence indicates that World Eaters may just like auto win going first and just get destroyed going second, which is unfortunate if true. All the like hyper aggro melee factions working as like these obnoxious.
Try to kill me. It's the strat. Because we literally can't. Oh, can these guys shoot this guy?
Like these obnoxious, just things. It is what it is.
Oh, you're not touching the terrain?
Correct.
How did you shoot the... What did you shoot?
He shot the aggressors that were right here,
Oh, I see.
like that.
Oh, but I'm gonna shoot the same angle.
Yeah, you're
shooting,
gonna
so
shoot
it's
him back.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh, is this guy out of range?
No.
No, he's fine.
No, I was just measuring line of sight. That's line of sight.
Okay. So the red aggressors will probably just advance 8.
So interesting. My next goal is to target
Yeah,
unit
these
champions
characters
down
are
this
just
coming
gonna-
turn. And there's an aggressor sergeant and an eradicator
Over
sergeant here.
here.
So I wonder if I could just
Outside
double charge
of
Swarmlord and Screamer Killer in.
18.
I guess I get 2 points and my opponent gets 3 for bring it down, so it doesn't make a difference.
These green aggressors.
I'm at for no prisoners right
now. Will they be able to kill him in the charge?
So that's 1.5 points.
No.
3 points.
Like the chances are like astronomically low.
I'm 1 point off from
So,
getting another no
the answer is
prisoners.
no.
So I should have 6 plus bonus.
So we should just go the other direction. So the green aggressors will advance 3, so they go 8.
Death Guard versus Votan shuts down a lot of the abilities. Yeah, I mean that's how they roll, for sure.
This guy over here, and then these guys can just come back to here because that objective is hopeless. Not do anything about it. I guess you could catalyst me, but then you're just killing me. And I don't know, whatever. Then you're over here. And then maybe I come and charge you over here or something. Alright. I guess that's that. Psychic phase. 5 up invul goes off on us 7.
Mm-hmm. Good. You got it.
Veil of Time goes off on a 7.
And I get a 4. Yep, you're fine.
I'll put it on these green aggressors since they're the most likely to be fighting. And I don't think I can shoot anything this turn. Oh no,
Well, you get the shots here.
no.
Yeah.
Oh right, these one
Yeah.
guys into the exit room.
Yep. I will transhuman. Yeah, it's cool if that guy sticks around.
2 hits.
Roll once, yeah. Just the one.
One wound.
AP 4, so 706. Oh, nailed it! I'm so good at rolling. They shoot again, right?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it
maybe.
this exact
No?
same roll? Just literally roll
Well,
identical
now I
as
wanted
this.
you with the one that does less damage.
Yeah, goes through. How much? It'll be a 6.
4.
Yay. I remain unbracketed. Unbent, unbrowed, unbroken. Okay. Now it's my turn, so I get 8 and 2 banners. 2 bananas. Bananas. I could go into the middle and take this objective to get a banner, and then you would take it back and get 1,000 points, and that would be bad.
I get a death and zeal, right?
You took the middle objective. Yep, you get 2. Yep. So I want to kill a unit on the middle, so I'll try to kill the Eradicator.
Oh, I already can't win, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
At best, I can
Unless you,
get
like-
5 here, 4 here, 12 here, 3 here. Like, it's
I could,
not possible.
yeah, I could like run into a bunch of stuff, but I just will try not to. Like, if we can prevent this stuff from killing anything, right? You don't get all the bonus points. And then we don't take any of your objectives, so you can't shock tactics. And then you could get a bunch of bring it down. But I think that's as good as it gets. You will get this.
Yeah, basically you just have to like not. Basically,
Right.
you can just hide.
Yeah.
Like I can score 8, and you can just hide on your side of the board, and I'll get 5 here.
You'll get
and
12.
no bring it down,
You'll
no
get
shot
12.
tactic.
Right.
Oh, I guess that's fair because the bottom of the turn, whatever scoring.
Yeah. I do.
And you get 3 more for banners.
I'll get 2 more banners. I'd only get 3 if I took the middle, and then you would get 4, so that would be really bad.
And I don't know what your final no prisoner score is.
I
You
think
probably
this
kill
is
at
it.
least some number, but
Yeah, so I mean, the game plan is going to be to send this guy all the way around the side and try to get these dudes because they're worth a point on.
it's just for tie breaks. It's not for like you don't want to accidentally give up points.
Right. Yeah, you'll kill the Screamer Killer. Like, either way, you'll just charge him with or aggressors or whatever.
I can't think of how to play this differently. Was there some like? Could I have done something radically differently?
69. Do you want me to roll out all the attacks or whatever? Because I'm going to try to kill these
Sure.
guys and kill at least one other guy so that I get another 2 on no prisoners.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I think, and I'll get Cranial Feast. So it'll be like that, I guess. And then if I shoot these 2 guys, then I would get 2 for Death and Zeal. And I think that would be my final score. And then you would kill that Carnifex, I assume, with some random flamers. And yeah, take this up. And I think that would probably be it. I'm not sure about shock tactics, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that because of Death and Zeal, I'm already incentivized to play the anti-shock tactics tech because I don't want to take objectives, so you just get 2 points for free. So like, it's not even out of my way not to give up shock tactics, right? I guess you take my objective.
Yeah, I mean, I could have gotten what, like 10 points on. No, I would have gotten like 5 points on banners. Like, what are the alternatives?
You would have gotten more than 5 because like you.
Well, this was down all game, and this was down all game. It would have just been my home objective. I guess I would have
you would
gotten
have
like,
bannered
maybe
here.
like 7 or 8.
You would have bannered here turn 3, so you would have gotten 3 from that, or 1, 2, 3 from that, and you would have gotten like 2 from that. So I think you get a 10 because you can put
fair
like,
enough.
yeah, especially because yeah.
But that doesn't like I still lose.
Right.
But it's a fair point.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
I wonder.
This
I mean,
is-
I definitely have not played this
double
mission.
shock
I don't think I've
tactics.
played this mission since I came back.
yeah,
Obviously evident by the fact that I kept forgetting what your battlefield edge was.
right.
Um,
Yeah, I did get I got lucky having the 2 idiots over here, right? I don't know what you killed them with that turn though, because you shot them with the flamer, right? And then you shot them. Was that it?
yeah, I rolled a 1 on my number of flamer shots. It was
Yeah.
very unfortunate.
But I don't know if you kill a whole unit. Like I kill 5 guys with the flamer shot. even
No,
if you roll
no,
6,
no.
right? And so having these guys another entity here to screen out was huge. And And then the Ripper Swarms were clutch. That was like, this is probably the best Ripper Swarm I'd ever had. Usually they just drop down and my opponent like immediately kills them, but I guess because the tornadoes didn't quite have the shooting. You gotta get assault cannons on those guys. The flamer's cute, but the assault cannon's where it's at.
Well, the assault cannon does less damage in the tactical doctrine, but
yeah, I guess. But it can shoot from farther away, so like you don't have to be as far forward as they were. Like you could be back here and still like, contributing back here.
Yeah, the assault cannons might be better.
Like I actually do.
I'm never over. I guess there's like the fringe case where you overwatch with them, but it's like you almost never do because overwatching with one heavy flamer is
like you did it on the Carnifex, but the heavy flamer didn't do anything, and then the Eradicator's like dramatically overkill him anyway. So it didn't actually make a difference. The Carnifex is like, you know, they feel kind of they're just dead if they once the Eradicators get a bead. So the chip damage doesn't feel like it matters so much. Oath would have been better. Oath might be better, but is that the same category as Promethean Creed?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And like Oath, I would have. I guess the thing with Oath is if you. Where's the like Holy Within 6? Show area denial. Yeah. You just like throw away a unit every turn into the middle.
Yeah, it's weird because you didn't know, like you don't know what seat you're in when you pick it, because they have to be there at the end of the round, right?
Is Promethean is Oath of Moment? Isn't it the end of your turn or the end of the round for Oath?
I don't know. It used to be end of round. If it changed.
Oh, it is the end of the round.
Yeah. So like
the problem with Oath is better if you're going second.
Yeah, and you don't know.
If you're going first, they kill you, and then you don't score the 2 in the middle. Like,
yeah.
Oath would have been better if I knew that I was going second.
Like, you wanted me to commit to the fight, but I just never had to. So, it might have been okay. Or Promethean creating the center objective. And just, like, literally putting everything there. I was surprised that you combat
That's what I consider. I did consider that. Again, I think partially the reason I Promethean created that left objective is because I didn't know that I couldn't come in on that.
You thought you were reserving it over here?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense then.
It would have been a lot better.
That would be better. You're not wrong. I was a little surprised when you put all that stuff in reserve. I was like, interesting. I'll have to screen a lot.
Well, it wouldn't have done any good if it started in my deployment zone. Like, it wouldn't have made any difference.
I mean, if you make like the big pile drive into the middle, I don't think I can stop you from holding the middle. Like that, it'd be so difficult, and I would lose so much stuff that it's like not even worth trying. My whole game plan was like literally to hold these 3. Like I needed the first drop, so you didn't lock this objective, and then I had the 2 Screamer Killers and the X.
You got the classic drop first, go first combo.
I did. It's awesome. It feels good.
What's great is when Astra Militarum drops first and goes first, and then you just instantly lose. It's a good time.
What's their forward?
Actually, do they have scout deploys? I can't remember.
They have pregame moves. They don't. I think they only have pregame moves. Oh, Rattlings? The Rattlings?
Oh, they have Rattlings. That's right. They always bring 1 spot of Rattlings for that. Yeah.
Yeah, those things should be 250 points for a squad.
They fixed that though.
Yeah,
they're only 50 points.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody's making a lot of. Well, I don't know what the odds were. Maybe somebody made money. People always bet on you though.
They do. And they're always silly to do so. Yeah, they forward deploy to screen out the drops.
So if I had known about the reserve thing, I think probably what I would have done differently. I guess if I had known about the reserve thing, I probably would have chosen Oath and just piled into the center. Because the chance that I fall back with something is pretty low.
Yeah.
I'm never going to fail morale. And unless you kill everything, I'm always going to score the 2. So, like... The problem is the invul goes away, and then it's just like I'm just eating exocrines to the face without an invul every turn, and that's like pretty bad. I mean, maybe it's not that bad. You're only losing like 90 points because they can't split their shots. But it would have been closer.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have been a blowout. Going second is much harder than going first, but you know that's 40k.
I think that's just like it's just Arcs of Omen. It's like the go first.
I don't know if is it really that different from Nephilim though?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's the lack
it's,
of armor of contempt, right?
It's way different.
I mean, you don't have to worry about airplanes, which is nice.
Right.
Thank goodness. It would be even worse. Can you imagine? As bad as it is to go second, can you imagine if they didn't change the aircraft rule?
That would be not great. Indeed. Yeah. So I think. So I had winning the drop was good. I think even if I lose the drop and win the first turn roll off, it's okay because I can just burn whatever units on here with Gene Stealers.
Well, right, because if you lose the drop but you go first,
I think I have to go first, basically.
If you lose the drop but go first, you probably charge the unit that's standing here with Gene Stealers or something, or just shoot them to death. It's not really that big of a deal. It still doesn't lock because it locks in my command phase.
Right.
You just have to kill the unit that's on there, which you can definitely do if you go first.
Yep.
Like, you put one unit of Gene Stealers here, and then you put one unit, like, hiding over here.
Right.
And then you go first, and you kill these guys.
But, yeah. So I think, the drop first was good, but I think the go first was much better.
Going first was definitely more important than
I should have...
first.
I biffed my first turn because I should have put a Screamer Killer here to start. The Screamer Killer that was there should have just run around, and I think the only things that could attack it were maybe the Eliminators, I guess, and then the Flamers, the Devastator Doctrine Flamers on the assault squads. And I think I don't think he can kill me.
Yeah,
and then
the other issue was losing the assault squads again, but that was also because I thought it could come in on that edge. So I mean, some number of my mistakes were definitely did that.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
But that's okay.
Now you know.
That's why you like. Yeah, now I know exactly. But yeah, I guess losing. Maybe I should have put one squad. I don't know. Again, it's like Tyranids might be the worst faction, but they're not 8th edition Tau in the 9th edition world or whatever. You know, they're not.
Yeah, you can win with anything for sure. I had to get a little lucky. You have to go first a lot of times with Tyranids, I think, but
yeah, you need to go
first. It's playable.
And I mean, I think you're also playing. You're limited to a very few number of units, right?
Yeah.
In Tyranids.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like, I think you play like this build and then the one that brings a bunch of Hormigons, and those are like the two.
Yeah.
Some people swear by like Tyrannofexes, and I don't buy that. It seems bad, but
yeah.
You're like, my strength 6 gun is gonna win. It'll win me all the games. Will it? What's that doing? What's that strength 6 gun good against?
Well, it's the fact that a Screamer Killer, you can hide it fairly well because its base is not that big.
Yeah.
And then if it makes melee, it just clips out whatever it makes contact with really efficiently.
Yeah, Screamer Killers are great.
Terminators, Custodes, Barabbas stuff, whatever.
The Custodes a little tough, but it depends on how many CP they have. I guess if the Custodes have to burn all their strats early to survive the exocrine shooting, then the
I mean, whatever. Like, if they burn all their strats, you're probably still killing like, I don't know, 3 of their models, which is like 120 points. Like, so like, you charge them the Screamer Killer, they lose 120 points. You kill 3 guys or something, or 2 guys, which is like 80, 100 points, whatever. And then they kill you. So it's like, yeah, the Screamer Killer is what, like 200?
Wow. Yeah, in fairness, they actually might not kill you because the Screamer Killers are a really annoying profile.
Yeah, so like, yeah, because the Screamer Killer's maximum damage.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I actually think it's fine.
That's
like,
actually that's probably a very good matchup for Screamer Killers, actually. Like very specifically Custodian Guard.
Yeah.
Like, look at
so
all
like,
my
you're
mid
good into
strength, like mid AP 2 damage attacks. The Screamer Killer's like, okay, I don't care about that.
Yeah. The Dark Angel Terminators are probably more of an issue since they're all transhuman.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately,
they have 3 damage weapons.
Yeah, that matchup seems like a nightmare. I think for more reasons than just the Terminators and the Talon Masters. Like,
Although they are only AP 2, so you are saving on 4s.
Yeah. And you can 1 CP full reroll the Screamer Killers, so they actually like convert okay into. Plus, if they're not bringing Mortal Wound Protection, which they should be.
Yeah.
Like you gotta get Lazarus in that list. But if they don't, they get blasted in the psychic phase. It's so bad. The Nero Parasite starts like ripping units apart. It does like 4 or 5 mortal wounds sometimes. Interesting stuff. And then even the Exocrines are okay. Put them on their N-Bomb. And if you get a beat on the unit that doesn't have the -1 damage on it, you can pick them up. Although the 6-up ignore makes things tough. I think it's the Talon Masters. Like, I don't know. Tyranids like don't threat anymore, like very far anymore. So the dealing with Talon Master seems really tough.
Yeah. Although the Talon Master doesn't have the best profile into.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Like his gun is strength 6 or strength 5.
Yeah. Like 2 Talon Masters. 2 Talon Masters will get close enough to killing the Carnifex that like anything kills it. And I can't do anything back to them, so like just get to do that for free. Or just sweep up all the little stuff. Like they'll kill. They're pretty okay against Tyrant Guard. They're just rip up the Gene Stealers and the Rippers and stuff. They're randomly pretty good against Exocrines because the Exocrines don't reduce damage, so the Heavy Bolter starts doing a bunch. I don't know. I haven't played that matchup. It seems nightmarish, but maybe they'll forget Lazarus at home. Maybe his sword broke and they can't play him.
They never bring Lazarus. Nobody's bringing Mortal Wound Protection. The number of people that actually bring a Chaplain is like, it's like 1 in 3 Dark Angels lists. It's wild. I don't get it.
That is wild. What's Jonah's list in this event look like? Jonah, show me your list. Oh yeah, no Mortal Wound Protection. Oh, I guess it's like they have a 6-up. It's not nothing, I guess, because they have the Apothecary.
Yeah,
but that's not.
But
good.
also like the Apothecary is not everywhere.
Yeah,
and the Apothecary doesn't affect like any of the like. It doesn't affect Land Speeders. It doesn't affect Talon Masters.
Right. I'm not gonna hit those with smites though. The smites will be going into the Deathwing Terminator squad that's trying to score a 12-point primary. Yeah, I guess like the interesting that I remember back in the day I played that matchup when it was still Crusher Stampede, and my opponent was like, this is when Psychic Interrogation was really strong, and they were like, oh, you're just gonna take Psychic Interrogation. I was like, no, I took like, I don't know, no prisoners or something. And they were really surprised, and it was because getting an extra smite every turn is so valuable into Deathwing. Like it kills like 3.5 Terminators over the course of the game if you don't have protection. So you just eschew the action warp craft stuff, and then you just drill 4 smites in a.
You know what's great about losing this game? I don't have to worry about playing Astra Militarum next round.
There you go. Fortunately, I scored 2 low-scoring wins, which means I also don't have to worry about Astra Militarum.
Because Dutes is using random pairings.
Oh, it's random? Oh,
yeah,
that's lame.
So any of the two, you could face any of the 2-0s. Although there aren't that many. It's just
How many points did you get last round? You got...
You are the lowest scoring 2-0 at this point.
Yeah, that's what happens when your faction doesn't have any secondary objectives. You don't get many points. There you go. Take my 80 on cranial feasting and I'll enjoy it.
So what is it? So it's Chaos Knights, Astra Militarum, Orcs, Chaos Space Marines, and Tyranids. Currently. And then there's one more, which is probably going to be either Astra Militarum or Dark Angels.
Interesting stuff.
But Astra Militarum are bad.
I'll just play
online said so.
I'll play against Orcs and I'll go first. And
that's true. I mean, if you play against Orcs and go first, you're probably fine.
Yeah. Easy. The easiest game. I'll shoot them with some exocrines and I'll smite them. And we'll be good. I actually don't think that's matchups.
Actually, wait. Don't the Beast Snagga boys all get like bonuses against like monsters though?
They get +1 to hit. It's okay. The Beast Snagga boys are like they are pretty obnoxious to kill because that Screamer killer like certainly doesn't kill the whole unit. It's like 11 attacks and has to get through an inbound save. So it kills like 9, and then they're just like, I take the objective. I'm like, no, stop, get away, it's mine.
I get to play demons tomorrow against demons with this list. I think we'll be okay.
I get to play against Tau, I think. Oh no, Eldar. I get to play against Eldar, which that'd be interesting. I don't know how that matchup goes. I think we just like sit on our various sides of the table, and like I hope decans don't table me.
Actually, what mission am I playing tomorrow? I have to say, after having played it, I'm not a fan of Death and Seal. 31. What's 31? Tide of Conviction. Oh, it's long table edge deployment. Yeah, that's fine.
That's 6 objectives though. If you can just like run everyone.
Yeah,
below the table,
but you can Promethean Creed like the one that's in the middle.
Yeah,
that's like only a few inches away from your deployment zone.
That one is real good for Promethean Creed for sure.
Yeah. And the angles for coming out of reserve are actually pretty good. Like, because it's hard to. I mean, you probably don't. Maybe I may end up not reserving that much. Actually, I don't know. Also, Infiltrator's real good against demons. Get wrecked, trying to come in within 3, or however close they can come in. I don't know.
Yeah. That is good. Flamers can't shoot when they deep strike. Correct. All right, I have to go. I'm like super late.
Okay.
So
bye.
Bye.
Thanks for playing.
Yep.
Bye, chat.
Goodbye, chat. I hope everyone enjoyed all my complaining about eradicators as they shot my exocrines and I died. All right, I'm gonna be live tomorrow early morning, 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. And yeah, Nids win because we went first, chat. The goal is to go first. You just gotta go first, and you have to like kill a couple models before your opponent gets to use them to do anything, and then you're just like feeling good. And then he did roll 18 damage on an exocrine with 3 eradicator shots, which is, you know, pretty great. That was fun. We had a good time with that. I don't think it was all, we both got lucky. I got a really long charge I needed. And he shot an eradicator death with like, or an exocrine to death with like 3 eradicators, so, you know. All right, let's raid real quick. I am actually super late. I was supposed to be at a place at 7. And we're not doing that, so oops, oopsies. I was like, this will be fine. It'll be a 6-hour game, but it's against Valdor, so it was always going to be a little bit longer. Also, I showed up a little bit late. I had to deal with some stuff before I got on. Anyway, goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching. And 9 a.m. tomorrow, so 11 hours from now, I got another game. come hang out. That's going to be against Moo Moo Cow, which I'm excited about. So, see ya.